All right. Welcome, everybody. Tonight we got it's explained in a little vlog. We're copying some files to the hard drive. And I want to show you some of the files that we have because some of you guys really don't know the kind of stuff that I do. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this thing to a mode I rarely put it on. And that is the mode where I can show you the actual screens of what it looks like on the Mac side of things. I think I have a button preset for that. We'll find out. I think it's maybe 3 or 4 or 2. Or 2. I think it's 2. And if it isn't, I'll fix that and make it to 2. So I'm going to show you some of the areas in my hard drive. You want to do display capture. Right. Okay. So I'm going to add one. I want to do. Is that a depreciated? Display capture is rarely used anymore. They don't usually use that much. So, but we're going to be showing it to you on the Dell monitor so I can focus on. Excuse me. All right. So let me just change this over to the different screen so I can focus. It's gonna look kind of funky. So here we have these different hard drives, and one that has the files on it that we're copying is this one here. And if you go to documents, this is where you might find some of the more exciting stuff. Long ago, I was into dryads, which kind of makes sense. I mean, I'm into druids and stuff like that too. And so, I decided to do something with that with druids. So I created this characters. Let's make sure I can pop it open here. Oh, it's using. Oh, okay. So that's using VI. Okay, I gotta go look at the under. Oh, I know how to open that up. Just go to open with text edit. Okay. LibreOffice will work too. Except it opens up in the wrong window. Okay, did you know that to print notes and you... Let's switch over to the other screen. You stupid software program. Oh, no. I see, that's perfect. How's it better? How is the perfect one? Because it just is. Alright, so we'll switch over to the other screen. Not that one. Oh, I got it. Alright. So what we'll do is let me open up this window here. So I can show you some of my writing, and I'm going to do is that. First, I'm going to share this window up. So it's called window called Alyssa and the Logger. Hit share. And I'm going to turn this one on full screen so you can see it. So this is a story that was written long ago. This book has been released under the lesser GNU public license. You may distribute this, and anyone providing you do not charge for the work. I'm Michele Marie Delaney, still own the copyrights to this work. And go make it bigger. Yes, we can. How do you do that? Command A for all. Yeah. And now I'll change the point size to, let's go, because our eyesight and the fact that audience has to see through a small screen, we're going to make a big point like this. So, the story was created. My life before it became a dryad was very basic. Okay, so it gives you an idea. What is the dryad? A dryad is usually a tree nymph. A tree nymph. I mean, I guess. I'm just showing some of the stuff that is on my hard drive, like my stories. Um, like the one I'm showing on the screen right here. I'm just scroll through slowly so you can see it. I made it extra blurred so you can see it. Let's why don't you read it to the audience? I think that'd be more exciting. My life before I became a dryad was very basic. I was a young girl who always spent my time among the trees. Back then, I never did think much of what logging was or how it was performed. My parents had a wood home. To me, it was the way things were. I never really did think of how the wood was acquired. I considered it quite normal. One day, when I was spending time in my favorite wooded area of with my favorite maple tree, I had an education which I would always remember. I saw this big machine. It was a beast that could take a tree down in 10 seconds. Slowly, the mechanical monster was coming from my own favorite tree, where I was sitting. I saw that the machine was run by a man in the cab of the beast. The hungry and large chainsaw blade was coming from my tree. I felt my favorite tree's fear. I felt the voice in my head say, "Stimulus, I don't want to die. I'm a shrivel." I was at that time about 18 years old. I wasn't normally very gutsy, but I knew I had to stop the mechanical beast. Selling my nerve, I stood right in front of the mechanical monster. The driver yelled at me to move. I, with all my fury, yelled back, "No, leave my tree alone." The driver swore as he stopped the beast and got out of the cab. "Listen, Missy, I have the job to do. My company has logging rights. You are in the way of my job." He fumed as he walked up to me. "Move it." I stood there steadfastly. "No, any tree but this one. This is mine, and he is my friend." The logger swore with a language that still makes me blush even today. He got on his radio and told his boss that I was there and that I would not let him cut my tree down. I heard his boss reply that he would come out and talk with me and him about my tree. It was about that time I considered myself more than just a teenage girl who loved trees. I took the title of Dryad at that point. It was fitting and was really quite an honest title. His boss came out to the site. He was about 34 years old. I explained that I am a dryad of the sugar maple. He shrugged and turned to the machine operator, "Leo, there's a lot of trees. Lead this one be. I don't want to get into a problem with a person who claims to be a dryad. The environmentalist would have a field day." Leo, "Her tree is in the way of the rest. My machine is too big to go around it. What shall we do? Shall we move the tree? Chop it down and plant a new tree?" His boss frowned. "You don't know dryads, do you?" You cut that tree down and she will die along with it. I don't want to do that. Yes, let's move the tree and the dryad. Let's find a place where she can be. Perhaps up on the hill near Charlotte Hungerford Hospital. There's a field there. If the hospital is willing to allow us to replant it there, then she and her tree will be left alone. Ah, well, Boston, finally you showed up for your assignment today. Where the hell have you been all day? Huh? You haven't even done any postings. You haven't posted any messages. You haven't said nothing to anybody. You basically failed repeatedly to do your homework assignments. So, Mr. Batrix, you have a job to do, and you will do it. As far as my videos, as far as me reading my books, one of the things is to have fun, right? And what's wrong with this? Nothing. In fact, if anybody understands anything about what the story is about, it would be Tiger Kitty, considering that she's actually living in a wooded area now. But Batrix, get your assignments done. You already know what you got to do. Okay? Thank you. Thank you again. All right. Leo found okay. I will agree to hold off while you talk with the hospital landscaping staff. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of this because the rest of it will be on Patreon. But the only thing is, I'm trying to get at is when we created these stories all these years and years and years ago, is I wanted to explore new things. The tree had different all kinds of birds in it. So let me scroll back and more or less what happened over the years. Now let's go scan ahead here. Eventually, it was one woman with 11 trees. Several other women and men ages that often walked by my mini woodland decided to take on the role of dryads. They had many good times, but for me, they wanted to be with my tree. It's true that when the manager of the logging team had moved my tree, I had merged with it. That was to make it easier for me to go with my trade. Unlike some of the other dryads of the past and a few of the new one generation, I am not bound physically to remain inside my trade. Of course, it does make it easier when it's raining or snowing. I get a warm place to sleep and my tree feeds me maple sap. Now, I think this is definitely something of a tree hugger piece, but I have to admit, I think it's still an excellent story. Of course, Michelle's giving you an abridged version. Yeah, too abridged. No one can really understand it. Yeah. This is actually a story I wrote back in 2004, by the way. These are one of the stories that we found on our hard drive that I wrote. And I said to myself, we need to preserve some of the early writing. A lot of people don't realize that I was very actively a writer and enjoyed many days of writing stories. This is just one of many documents that I have been recovering and putting together to put into an anthology or archive of my work, put on Patreon. Because people have asked me, when are you going to put stuff on Patreon besides Silver Moon Radio? And of course, just like Quick Draw McGrath would say, or actually more like Quick Draw McGrath there. Oh, Foghorn Leghorn would say is, I'll say soon, that's a great idea. Why don't you do that? And then we can all finally see what the hell you were talking about in 2004. No one actually knows who you were talking about in 2004. That's one of my Dryad stories. I wrote quite a few others, and I wrote quite a few Harpy ones. What, you think the comic book came out of nowhere? The comic book was based on the story I wrote, too, which is also here. Let's see if we can find that. I want to just show them the screen of all the games and music and stuff like that. Not a bad idea. Okay, so let me close this window here. Do not save. Do not change that point size. I just want to just show it to you in large size so you can see it. Yes. Let's see if I can get that back on the screen here. Scene. Okay. Where is it? 2. Okay, so I know, isn't that effect groovy? Alright, so let's just go through. Let's see. Which window is it on? This one. Alright. So these are some of the files. You see, I used to be a lot more than I am now, and my eyesight was a little bit better. Ballad the Snow Teen, Architect Personality, 16 personalities, Apple Support, Battery Replacement Notes, and Roulette Letter. She was a local legislator. 16-601412 2-QE-config guide PDF. That sounds like something like a motherboard guide. Asshole Lewis. Oh, what's Asshole Lewis about? I have no idea. Well, I'll say so. Let's find out. Now, let's find out. All right, can you open that for me? Yeah. He is trying to help with the issues with the groups. Some old notes in the past. That's all I'm going to show you. I don't know. This is apparently fairly recent. Oh, Lewis. Do you know what Lewis McKim? Lewis McKim? Oh my God. Okay, that's why. No, it's not really said. Ballot Snow Team, Net. Benefit verification letters. Those come from Social Security. That's obviously an older letter. You want to keep on going? CUDA drive, some stuff's all mixed up in here. This is what I'm talking about when I said it's all mixed. I'm not kidding. It's like someone took a library of books and just dumped them everywhere. DMV renewal documents, DSS password, ear doctor info, and deposit summary, and Social Security, and tenants letter, El Capitan install DMG, Elder Scrolls Online, Electronic Arts, entertainer personality. Is that your personality or is that Lumi's personality? My personality. I don't remember, Lumi. You're going to have to check it out. Let's take a look at it. So it said whose it is. You're the Personality type is entertainment personality. ESTFTP dash. That would be me. Okay. Because I'm the entertainment personality. So what's your personality type? Probably the grouch. Or something. Well, there's just a lot of stuff in here to go through, though. It is. I'm not. It's too much to go through right now. Maybe if you're the government, you love getting buried under thousands of tons of paperwork. This might excite you guys, but this is really got to be organized. This is so many things. We need to do like a card catalog, do a decimal system, some way you can find things in a hurry. Yeah. What are you doing? I'm gonna close that window. Oh, okay. With my knowing you probably get cookie crumbs behind them. No, I don't get cookie crumbs. You know, yeah, okay. Don't make it bigger. There we go. Midnight Michelle Night Show. Yeah. So, hi Michelle, Parasolo. Gidgy says hi, Parasolo. Restream by Gidgy, great question. So, what kind of night show stuff we gonna do? I asked that question earlier today, and no one had an answer. I mentioned I would probably, like I said, I had no idea, and I really don't know. We don't really know. Well, let's just put it this way. You guys got to see some nice short snippets of just how much of a colossal nightmare Michelle's got to clean out. I know it's a night show. All right, so enough of that right now. Let's just go ahead and figure out what we're going to do with the rest of the day, okay? Because I'm not kind of bored. All right, so everything that I'm trying to do is I am more than one thing at a time, okay? Oh yeah, you're definitely multifaceted. That's why you look like a diamond. Basically, someone drove over with a forklift. Crushed into a million itsy bitsy little pieces that don't seem to have any coherency whatsoever. ESFJ is actually technically a Lumi's title. The show's the intellectual one, but together we can be kind of like the odd couple. Yeah, kind of like the odd couple kind of thing. You got the brainy one that basically is all smarts, and that one that's kind of willing to, when she feels comfortable, loosens up and basically has fun with the audience. Nothing wrong with that. No, nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, nothing wrong with that. But I have to go ahead next week, and I'm going to have to get some more food. We didn't buy food, and no, we didn't. Because I got plenty of box of pastas. Ooh, white sin. And some bagels. Ooh, even more white sin. Shut up, Loeb. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Food is really, let's see. Well, we also got some frozen hamburger patties. Ooh, triple greasy sin. Especially during the season lit. Oh, you make do with what you got. Anyway, besides, you've been munching on those custard creams like there's no tomorrow, too. Sorry about that. Guilty as charged! What happened to? Well, we're using some of them. We put 2 bags in the freezer, and then we had 2 bags in the refrigerator. Michelle likes to cook 3 at a time. That's what makes 20. Makes a total of 6 slices. Because Michelle doesn't just go for one. It's just like the Dorito commercial. You can't just eat one. That's Pringles commercial. Yeah, either way, your waistline can tell you the difference. Well, yeah, we both eat. Sometimes we don't eat at the same time, but usually we do. Yeah, we usually do. Yeah, so I figure 1.5 bagels per person. So we got occasionally Carmen visiting. Oh, come on, Michelle. Carmen prefers more something a little more South American way. I don't think she likes bagels. I think she finds them to be too bland. Yeah, that's true. She probably would like plantain or something. More than likely, yeah. Anyway, I eat 3 bagels, which slice into 6. Yes, we do. We do. It's always been that way. Of course, I eat for 2. Why do you think we're at least living large? I gotta fix my stupid brush strap in the back here. Okay, I can't quite reach it. There we go. Yeah, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Ow. Oh, wait, so. Hey, maybe that might be a good question. No one ever really gets a chance to ask us questions about our personal lives. Oh, crap. How personal do you want to go? Well, if they get really personal, you just don't answer it. That's maybe why you take Michelle's weight, split it in twain. This is the weight of 2 typical women. That's true. I didn't think of that. You're right. 280 pounds, and what do I do? It's 120 pounds. I need to be skinny. But one of us obviously has been indulging heavily, though, because one of us has got the double chin. How can you get that much heavy bread of weight? Yeah. Well, like you said, I tend to sleep a little bit, especially when the computer is quietly doing its own job. And I'm like, Michelle can even take a nap when she's even awake. And Michelle has just like energy saver mode. Yeah, in fact, Noodles found out how effective that is when she's waiting in line. And she goes, "Ew." She shuts down. But I'm still actively waiting for an interrupt to come in. Just like your computer. Yeah. Let me show you next. Okay, let's go. You saw pics. Have you ever seen what I looked like in 2010? Actually, it wasn't skinny all that really. Wasn't really that fat either. You see what happened is that in 2007 my thyroid malfunctioned. That's when I really blew up, was because of my thyroid gland. Now I take thyroid hormone for that under prescription of my doctor, which does help to get my thyroid back in check. So the weight is slowly stabilizing, but it's not necessarily going to make the weight on your low chins come off. That's because your elasticity of your chin is kind of gone. You need a facelift. Good luck, Loom. I'm not going to get a facelift because no one can afford it. I sleep in 3 to 6 hour blocks twice a day. Normally, sometimes an hour in the middle. So you get sometimes, like I said, I try to describe this to some people, and the people get confused. Go to sleep at 5 in the morning, get up at 8 in the morning. Then you go ahead and you wake up, do your morning show, get everything's done. And then usually by 1 or 2 o'clock, or whenever I have nothing to do, go back sleep for about 3 hours. Then get back up and get up if there's a night show. Or if not, I'll watch videos. Then go back to sleep at 4 in the morning the next day. Works for me. So take the weight, divide it by 2, and then you can probably get more realistically how much each one of us weighs. Yeah, but it's not an even weight. I know. One of us weighs more than the other, but the question is how much? I have no idea. Um, well, we all love our heavy bread, don't we? I got a feeling that Letitia James is eating humble pie right now. As the appeal court basically said, nope, you're not going to charge him no 354 million. We insist that be reduced to 174 million. Donald Trump said, yeah, take my money. Oh, you can afford that. Hey, wouldn't you like a nice 50% off? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Carbs are energy. Unfortunately, carbs can also cause the sugar crash. Oh, you're eating all those Tesco custard creams. You want to talk about sugar crash? You wait to the end of the day. Oh, yeah, I know. 3 bagels, one sitting once a week is not exactly going to be too bad for you. Or how about when Michelle cooks half a pound of pasta? Yes. Unfortunately, right now, that's exactly what we're having for dinner tonight. I'm going to come up there and stand out to a low carb dinner. You can't go. I'm eating that crap. You eat what you can afford, and right now, because we're trying to save money to pay as many bills as we can, you eat what they give you. Even if it's basically just flavored dirt. Do you eat it all? Yes, we eat it all. That's macaroni elbows for 2. No, it's a lot better than what Ed used to do. He used to cook the whole damn box, and then he ends up throwing a third of it away afterwards. Maybe if he had a male counterpart, maybe another spirit guide on his side, maybe you get a better life and at least be able to finish the whole box. Oh, yes! Shall we drop the link? Oh, please, let's drop the link. Yeah, it's great! I will get it. Botics, are you working today? Oh, okay. There you go. Link has been dropped. Yeah, well, anyway, it's a weird reality of what happens sometimes around here. You will get this. I'm sorry, I think your answer machine got it before you. Good morning, afternoon, evening. How you doing today?
You eat a half a pound of pasta in one setting.
Yep. Done that
listen
times.
to listen to how happy she was. Yep. Okay, so wait. After you eat it, do you go to sleep? Because surely that much pasta makes you tired. There's no way.
No, it doesn't. I don't go to sleep right away. I'm still awake for about 5 or 6 hours for watching YouTube videos and other things because
Mm,
I don't go to sleep till 4 in the morning. So I'll eat sometimes at 7 o'clock at night, and I'll stay up until
good for
4 o'clock.
you. I couldn't stay awake eating that kind of carbs. Those. I'm telling you, I just got back off the carbs this past week, and I had noticed the weight that I had gained. And this is I'm on my fifth day of no carbs. My fifth true day of no carb, or low carbs. All right, let's be honest. You can't go. I mean, you can go no carb,
You know
but
what?
I'm
Carbs are actually not necessarily all that bad for you either.
actually, yes, they are. Everything white is bad for you. Name one thing white
Oh,
that
I've
you
heard
eat.
people say
Name
that.
one thing white that you eat that's good for you. Come on, I'm waiting. I'll wait. I'll wait. One
Okay.
good thing. One good thing.
What
One.
about rice?
It's good for you. Rice is good for you. Can you show that to me in a document? Can somebody pull up a document that says rice is good for you?
I can tell you right now in Asian culture, it is a thing.
No, no,
And
no. Yeah, I'm not asking about Asians. I'm not asking about anything to do with race or politics. Tell me one white food item that is quote unquote good for you. Now, is rice a healthy option when you're looking for something low carb? Sure, it is. But is it good for you? What benefits does it have?
the problem is with American white rice is basically it's all leached out of all the nutritional value except for the
Dab, that doesn't count. I'll
calories.
take all the jizz I can get, bitch. It's been so long, God only knows what I'd do. But no, seriously, Michelle, I'm telling you, stop eating everything white. You don't have to do anything else in your life. Stop eating anything white. You will drop all the weight. You'll have a ton of energy. Your knees won't hurt so bad. Your hips won't hurt so bad. You'll actually sleep through the night. Michelle, I'm telling you, it would change your life.
Maybe. I'll say maybe on that because I don't think it's really going to help much because my sleep patterns have been this way for years and years and years and years. It's always worked out good. Sleep 4 or 5 hours at a time, 4 or 5 hours at a time. It just worked out better for me. Especially back when I was basically having to work with Ed. That's when we started doing these sleeping patterns. Oh, come on,
Mhm.
Michelle. It's way before that.
Hmm.
Even when you're living by yourself and me, we were still doing the same thing. It was the
So
same.
when did you start eating for 2 people? Is that just an excuse to be able to eat more and be gluttonous?
No, it's just the way it worked out. It's always been that way with Michelle.
But Michelle hasn't always had Lumi, and Michelle hasn't always been fat.
No, Michelle always eating a lot though. Trust me. Yeah, I
But
do.
Michelle wasn't always fat, and Michelle wasn't always eating for 2 because Lumi wasn't always around.
I didn't always have a thyroid problem either. So where did that come?
I have a thyroid problem. I guarantee you we take the exact same medication.
I understand that. But anyway, like I said, so where did the thyroid issue come from?
We're old. We're old. It just happens. It happens. It's
Is it
nothing to
is
freak out about. It's no
were
big
you
deal.
not
It
close
doesn't
to a
mean
nuclear reactor? Were we close to a nuclear power plant?
oh
Which
dear
is an
God.
interesting news
I
item.
mean, that could be. You're right. We could talk about that. I'm not opposed to talking about conspiracy theories, but I want you to get healthy, damn it. I want you to get healthy, and I wish I'm going to preach this to you. I've preached it to you now going on 2 years. I'm going to preach it to you to stop eating the damn carbs. It would change your life. You don't know what you're missing out on, and I
Oh, you
love
know
you
what?
so
I'll tell you
much.
one thing that another diabetic educator said, which I agree with her, is she said instead of eating carbs, eat fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to eat the right kinds of fat, right? Like I'll have an avocado probably twice a week now. Human body, I love you, darling. I can be an idiot sometimes. I really can, and I can overtalk and be obnoxious, but I love you guys. Thank you. And I just want to say something, Michelle, after having my first day of working outside of the house, for the first time in many, many years, I won't admit it. I am not cut out for that nasty four-letter word we call work, okay? I'm just not. I need to find a very wealthy, very old man. I mean, very old, like very old, like 99th birthday parties. I'm going to start hitting up in like some really sexy clothes. Because I don't know. No, I'm joking. Totally joking. It's
So
actually really nice. It was
let me
my
guess.
first day working in a
Are
while,
you
and I
looking
miss
for
it.
a man with money and benefits?
No, I'm absolutely not. No, I just didn't look. I didn't want to start. Basically, I live off. I have
Yeah.
stocks and bonds, and my family's taken care of, whatever. But I didn't want to start cutting into stuff where I'm like, hey, let me pay a brokerage fee to take out my. Let me. So I needed to start earning money again. There was a realistic reason I quit working. I hurt my back. I
You
couldn't
don't need to
walk.
make money again because right now the economy is in a tailspin right now.
Girl, I don't know how people do it. I don't. You know what else I did? So, what's that thing you got? The food delivery. I did DoorDash, and then we have another local one here in Texas.
We have
I've
Instacart.
done it. I've
Yeah.
done it 3 nights now, you guys. 3 different nights over. I guess it's been 3 weeks. Oh no, I've done four. I've done it 4 times. Okay, and I did like 4 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours.
So
And
you're
I
doing
I looked at my bank, and it was at night, during basically dinner rush, right? And I looked at my bank statement, right? Just because I purposely forgot about it. I wanted it to be a surprise. And they had deposited 2 different checks into my account. And just working those 4 days, which mind you, I would never tell anyone to do this because it's very hard on a car, right? But anyway, just in those 4 days, I made over $462 in 4 days
congratulations.
of not even working 30 hours, you guys. I was in my car. But I was basically doing physical therapy, doing that, getting up,
But
sitting down,
basically, when
getting
it
up,
comes
sitting
down
down.
to us fat fucks are keeping you paid. How about that for the answer?
I'm just saying there's always ways to earn money. Like I had a friend today that was, needed some money. And, I told her, I said, look, you've got a very good friend. She's got a really good friend that lives like, oh my God, like in the same place as she does. And they're both streamers. And I'm like, get your ass up there and do a stream together and fucking split the money. Y'all could make a fortune doing funny stuff. You get tips.
280 pounds staying right now. 282 pounds actually. I haven't gained really any weight. In fact, I lost weight.
So
Poor.
you're about 100 pounds overweight, in my opinion.
But even my doctor said you are actually for you, given where you've been standing with your weight. Ever since your last doctor,
Yeah, I
since
know. I still think
2000
that doctor needs to
and
have their license
2000
revoked.
in since 2004, you've always weighed between 260 and 290. You never really got anything even close to 300. You never got close. I mean, a couple times you did, but
I
the,
bet you JoJo's always struggled with her weight. I bet you she's always struggled. She's a tiny, tiny woman. Like you can see her
I know that.
bones like in her pictures. I'm trying to engage chat. Oh my God, Leo, hi.
Hello, good
Uh
morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to.
Yeah, dabs. I went through that because I lost so much muscle. Teaching myself to walk again and stuff, it was crazy how much fat I gained that had to get turned back into muscle and shit. That's so much harder, I think, than just building muscle. But yeah,
Hi, Babs,
Michigan.
how you doing? By the way, where is Philly Fritzl-Star?
I think he and Seabreeze are taking a break. They're doing great, I'm sure.
Taking a break, like, and they want to go for a nice honeymoon or a nice dinner out in the town and a couple nights in a nice motel.
No, like taking a break from YouTube.
Oh, okay. In
Okay,
general, just
yeah.
basically okay. I
Stan,
just
I think it's a mute point because the problem is her doctors, and maybe you can explain this, Stan. I don't get it. I'm telling you right now, when I'm 20 pounds over, my doctor's like, "What are you doing? Why?" Yeah, now granted, my doctor's also a friend, but I mean, don't y'all's doctors scold you if you're overweight? Like, how could you walk in weighing that much and not have your doctor tell you, "Hey, let's work on a diet regimen," or "Let's talk to a nutritionalist," or "Let's do something." I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good doctor. I'm not, and I know that Michelle's going to listen to her doctor, and I don't blame her. She should,
well, we
but
already
it's
went.
just so frustrating to me because, like me personally, I think you're overweight. But I'm no doctor. What the fuck do I know? I'm fucking.
Well, I will say one thing though is this is I don't think Michelle is the one who's embracing the fat culture thing. The so-called fat culture where you become like the Slayton sisters. Oh my God, no way.
No, I don't think you're embracing that. I think you are, however, making it okay to be fat. You're normalizing it by saying that you're eating
Well, I
for
consider
2,
myself to be within my normal comfort zone.
but you're not within a healthy weight range, right?
Well, I'm not sure with my crazy biology. Even my doctor said this. If your biology is such that we don't really have a guideline what is considered a healthy weight for you. But I can tell you what your vitals say, and your vitals say you do not have high blood pressure, you do not have diabetes type A, type B, you do not
Right.
have type 1, type 2, you
Right.
do not have except your triglycerides
How's
came
your
down a
liver?
lot.
How's your liver? Your fatty liver.
My liver's doing better.
Okay,
There's
but
still a
you've
little
had
bit
liver
higher in the
problems, right?
enzymes,
Because
but
I can tell you at your size, you've had liver problems. There's no way
my
you haven't.
enzymes are still a little high.
Yeah.
But I don't have a fatty liver, but because the triglycerides.
What are your triglycerides? I don't believe you don't have a fatty liver. I don't believe that. I don't
Well,
know a lot about
triglycerides
medicine,
and
but
the
I
blood
learned a lot.
results were closer to normal also. So the
Huh.
point of the matter
Yes. I know you
is
hate
she said
talking about
also
this.
on top of that, not only do we
Mhm.
see that your triglycerides have gone down, your
Mhm.
A1C is normal, your blood sugar
Yay!
is normal, your blood pressure is normal. She
Okay.
said, plus since you've been taking a multivitamin supplement,
Oh,
your
I'm sure that made a
bad
huge difference.
cholesterol
Good
and good
point.
cholesterols are normal. Your bad
Nice.
cholesterol is something like 60, and your good cholesterol is still low at about 35.
Very nice. Look at
Now you
you.
need more good cholesterol. What is the reason?
Michelle does, Jojo. Well, she doesn't smoke. She chews and then swallows it. She chews
Okay.
tobacco. I found out today Krista's husband smoked cigarettes. I didn't know that. I don't
Yeah.
understand how you people that are on limited budgets afford tobacco. I will,
Well,
I've been poor before and
I'll
I
be
could not
honest with
afford
you, as
tobacco.
far as cigarettes go, you want to spend $10 on a pack? That's 20 cents a
No,
cigarette.
no, no. He rolls his own. He only spends 30 a month, I think. Or it was something really cheap. He
All
doesn't
right,
spend
so
a
you
lot.
might be paying 10 cents a cigarette,
Yeah.
but still,
I agree. I agree. But
my
that's
can
not
of
my place
tobacco
to
lasts
say.
me a whole freaking month. So,
Yeah, but that's not our place to say. It's not our money. Hang
uh,
on, let me open up my levothyroxide, which I do believe is my thyroid pill.
yeah, I chew tobacco, yep. Yeah, I take my thyroid pill, I take 25 microcentigrams.
Oh, you take more than me, I think. I might take. That's exactly what I might take. I don't know.
Well, take a look. If it says 25 mcg, then you know how much you take.
But all I'm saying is I thought the same thing. Like when my doctor told me, uh-oh, guess what? You have thyroid problems. I'm like, oh, holy shit. Now I have an excuse to gain weight, right? And so I did. I gained a little bit of weight and I'm like, oh, it's no big deal. I was told I have thyroid problems. That happens. That's one of the side effects.
Yeah, but don't
No,
forget another thing,
we
too.
have to fight it harder. The older we get, the less, as women, the less we should eat. Now I get that there's a little bit
Speaking
of
of that,
country and a little bit of rock and roll inside you,
did,
but
did you know that Oprah Winfrey quit the board of Weight Watchers?
yes,
And
I
you know
did hear
why
that.
she quit the board of Weight Watchers? It's really kind of simple. She realizes that the weight that she was gaining
Mhm.
or not losing was
Uh-huh.
because it's not a matter of self control, considering
Oh.
there is now a jab for that.
Oh.
Yes.
So you think Ozempic will take care of it and you can still eat like a pig? You can still eat 3
No,
bagels at
I don't
one
even
sitting.
take the jab. I
Is
don't even
there
take.
I know you don't because there's no way that you're not gonna get it. It's on back order. But let me ask you a question. Is there anyone in chat that can eat 3 bagels in one setting? Or is there anyone in chat that has eaten 3 bagels in one setting? Raise the hands. You got to engage chat. You only got 11
They're
people
not
watching.
exactly that huge. They're about 3 inches in diameter.
They're bagels. They're frozen bagels. They're not. Yeah, they're not the great big ones from the bagel shop, okay, or Panera.
Then probably could eat 2 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably could eat 2 of those. Yeah, they're the store brand ones. No, but
Hey, Stan, go fuck yourself. I'm on 2. Fuck off. It fucking killed me. That and getting bifocals. Those 2 things. When the doctor told me, oh, I was ruined. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. But one is because I get one is it's
Oh, I don't
Lucas.
take weight loss advice from Oprah, but I'm just saying, 'cause her answer was kind of
Oh,
interesting. I
fuck
thought it
my
was kind of
life.
funny.
Michele. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, Oprah Winfrey, as you know, is an Aquarius too, by the way.
I could give 2 shits about Oprah Winfrey. I'm sorry. Moose, you should go watch last night's after stream. Is there anybody here that nobody ate 3 bagels, by the way. But wait, Moose! Moose is a big boy. Moose is a big boy, aren't you? Can you eat 3 bagels in one setting? And function? No, Gidgy, never in my life.
Well,
I mean, I'll be honest, man. Have y'all ever had those cinnamon crunch bagels from Panera? Oh my god,
every
they're
day,
so good.
people.
But have a whole one? I mean, I feel like there is a watermelon in my stomach after eating one of those big bagels. I don't get bagels at home. I never have. I've never done that because I don't,
Unfortunately, we know one person here that's got a sensitive tummy, and if he ate 3 bagels, he'd probably be kissing the toilet big time.
Who?
Top Noodles, which seems to have a very sensitive tummy. He doesn't do well with a lot of food.
Well, that's yeah.
Who wants to come up on the panel today?
Now, see, Leo, I can polish off a whole one. I won't lie there. If it's especially if it's like midday, and that's what I'm gonna have for the day, because I've really gotten used to. It's not so much intermittent fasting as I just do like the 18-6, right? And if you think about it, most of us already do that anyway. But I used to be a grazer, so that's why I went to 18-6 and I've stuck to it. I'm really more like 18
A
or more like 3
grazer,
hours a day
grazer.
of eating. You're a grazer, Michele. Grazers are people that eat throughout the course of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a grazer. I used to be a grazer. But
By
then
the
I
way,
went to telling myself I could only eat during a certain window of time. And over the years, my body's gotten so used to it. When I wake up, I don't crave food. I don't want to eat food like for
right.
many, many hours into my day.
Because when I first get up about 8:30 in the morning, the first thing I do is to plop my fat ass in the chair and to get ready for the morning show.
Right. But see, what I'm saying is if you changed your schedule a little bit and maybe didn't go to sleep right after you ate or
I don't.
didn't.
Because that's one of the reasons why we don't go to bed out until right after
So what is it that you do all day that you have to
food to get the food processed in the warehouse? So basically what happens is like, for
Monday
example,
night
this
show,
is
Red?
probably going to be an example of what we're talking about. Depending on what we do, we might just make a bowl of cereal for dinner.
Back off, Jojo, you fucking whore. I'm working my way in there. Shut up. You got to be coy here because he's an actual real person that's normal.
So here's what happens.
Everyone knows I have a crush on Stanley.
All right,
go ahead.
Let me speak. Okay, so what happens is like tonight, when I get done the show about 9, 10, we're going to go ahead, maybe have a bowl of cereal. Then we'll be watching videos till 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Then I'll go ahead, doze up for 4 hours. Then I'll wake up about 8:30, 9 a.m., get ready for the day, do the live show, get that done. Maybe after the live show, have another bowl of cereal, and then go ahead, go back in my bedroom after checking on the computer, do what I gotta do in that. Go watch more videos and stuff. Probably get bored. Probably fall asleep for a little while. Then wake up again. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. It's gonna be the movie night tomorrow night, so that means I have to be up for that. And then about 10 o'clock or so, whenever the movie night's over, would have, because we're out of pizza, we'll probably just have another bowl of cereal, or maybe we'll make some plain double burgers.
Better
But
back off, Jojo. Sorry, go ahead, Michelle. I mean, you're talking about what you do in a day, and you're losing people. You're back down. They're leaving. Michelle, let me ask you a question. Seriously. So you just told me what you do in a day, and you've said it many times. I've heard it. I know. You eat,
yeah,
you watch, you eat, you watch YouTube, you sleep, you wake up, you stream, you eat, you watch YouTube, you sleep, you stream, you eat, you wait. That's basically it, right? I just
pretty
basically.
much.
Yeah. So
It
here's
goes
my question. Your life is not physically demanding, right? Like you're not expected to go walk up and down the stairs 3 times a day, right?
no. I had to
Or
get
yeah,
down the
right,
stairs at
right.
least once to get to
So
me.
my question is, you're saying you can barely wake up for your morning show. If this is how you want to make money, I would think you'd put effort into it, right?
Actually, Michelle's been getting better at getting up in her morning show. Actually, she's been getting up, going to sleep
Huh.
about
Do
5:30,
I tell her or not, Moose?
8
I don't know if I should
o'clock,
tell her,
then
Moose.
9 o'clock in the morning. Plops in her fat ass in the chair, starts the show, gets
Check
done with the show.
backstage. Check backstage, Michelle.
So basically, Michelle has been actively trying to keep.
Michelle, none of us are going to feel sorry for you because you realize you do less in a day than anyone in your chat right now. It's killing all of us because we're like, yeah, it must be nice to sleep twice a day or to just eat and watch some YouTube
Right,
videos
I
and
know.
stream, right? You've got a great life. So it's not worth complaining about. I just wish you had a more active life because I don't realize how lucky you are to not have to work for a living. You could be living a
Well, you
nice
know what it
long.
is that let's keep one thing in mind is that when your needs are all provided for, you don't really have to rush out and do things because everything's already there. You already have
Right.
a full kitchen. You already have.
Right. It takes motivation. Exactly. Exactly. I understand. Michelle, I was a recluse for over
All right, I
5
got
years.
a few
Over
minutes more.
5 years,
One
Michelle.
moment. Let's get with the first one. Good morning, Blaze. Afternoon, Blazing Leo. Hello, Noose. Get you up here.
You
I
guys,
got
the panel
Blazing
links in
Leo
the
Moose here.
Oh,
description.
Gidget, first of all, you don't know the struggles that Michelle and Lumi go through every day. So how dare you? How dare you?
We do things that are also not mentioned on YouTube either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
They're
Oh
very
my
busy people,
God.
okay? And you're just giving her a hard time because she gets to stay at home. Don't be jelly. You go to jelly school, okay?
You tell her, Moose.
All right. All right. Well, it's the
She's a
God's
jelly.
honest truth. We all know it. I mean, like
It's
Stan
true.
said.
It's true. I don't work for dumb man. I work for
Yeah.
myself.
Michelle's too beautiful. She's
I
too
can make my
beautiful.
own hours.
You can make your own hours, but what I'm saying is if you want to make money, don't you think maybe there should be some effort?
Well, there's effort. There's also
There
a
is.
lot of preparation that's done behind the scenes too.
Yeah, Gidget. So what do you know? Jeez.
I didn't know there was a lot of
Afternoon, Stevie. Welcome
preparation.
to
A
the
lot of
show.
preparation for what?
Preparation H, all kinds of preparation.
Now we are still trying to sort up all those hard drives yet.
But that's not for the show, right? I mean, that's
I
not
bought
something that's gonna
I
make
bought
the show.
Preparation H to try to help with my wrinkles.
I used it.
Oh,
I
jeez.
used it.
I had
Have
to
you
calm
used it?
myself down after all that talk of bagels. God, shapes
Excuse
of them
me,
are
I
so
used it
random.
So,
morning
phone
underneath my
holder,
eyes.
I didn't get the
Wait,
mail
wait,
yet.
I want to hear what Gidget said.
yeah.
What do you use,
I
Gidget?
will up downstairs and get the mail and see if it came in. It's. I didn't see anything yesterday when I was downstairs.
All
So
right,
the-
Michelle, you go do that and let Gidget
yeah,
tell me.
he sent me a phone holder. He said,
Damn it.
"Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Michelle, I have a
Yeah.
really important question. It's serious.
Leo,
I
I'll
was-
tell you in a minute.
No, I was listening to Silver Moon, the radio record this morning, and I
You
got
were?
to thinking. Yeah, I was. I listened to the whole thing, front and back side, and I wanted, I figure a lot of people are probably thinking this. They're like, people are like, hey, I wonder why Michelle chose these songs and what each song meaning and why you chose them. Maybe you could go over that for us really quick.
Oh, I'd
Wait,
love to
I
hear
didn't
this.
choose the songs.
Oh, I would
They're
love
the
to
kind
hear
of
this.
songs we
Wait a
all
minute. How
play."
many songs are there?
There's like 10, I think, total.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. I would love to hear this, and I'll tell. Preparation H, Under My Eyes, Leo. It really took care of the dark circles and the bags,
Did it?
which I've been doing stuff for. But the Preparation H, Under Your Eyes, ladies, I promise it will help.
I got it in
Michelle
my
would-
Gidget.
Oh, it would be
I
great.
am not even kidding you. I got the shit
So
in
did I.
my I am so
Put it on. It burns like a bitch.
Michelle, kick him out of here.
see
I
all this.
have heard of preparation H being used as a derankling agent. I don't know
No,
how.
it's not a derankling. It's an
No.
anti-puffing, just like it would do to a
Yeah.
hemorrhoid. It takes
Oh.
care of soft tissue, just like what's underneath your eyes, the same thing as your anus.
You know,
Okay.
have you tried the Peter Thomas eye stuff yet in the black
I've
box?
heard
Get
it's
it, Gigi?
amazing.
Get it, Gigi is so good.
Wait, really? Because it's
Yes.
expensive. So okay, all right, all
It
right.
is expensive, but it's not like out of pocket. You know what I mean? Like it's worth it.
Okay, all right. No, it's not out of pocket. No, you have to remember, I just started working today. So for me, you remember, come on, girl, everything's expensive when you're not working, right?
Oh, I know. I know. Tell me, I just paid almost $1,000 for one fucking tooth. That's why I had to go back to work.
God. Girl, I've always been in real estate, so I've been able to take blocks off, right? You know, I can take blocks off, and I've gotten used to that.
Thanks,
Yeah.
JoJo.
And then I just got lazy. Then I hurt my back, and now it's been like a 4-year block, and it's like, oh dear God, trying to get back into this is it's gonna kick my ass.
Grizz said that preparation H is good for unwanted erections too. It helps. Take
Okay,
the swelling
Michelle,
down.
I am so sorry we interrupted you. Could you please explain? I think Moose's question was if you could tell us the meaning behind each song that you picked on your Silver Moon Radio album.
Why did you choose it? I really want to know. And I think a
That's a
lot of
great
people here would.
question.
Each song is different because it evokes a certain feeling. Like, for example, even the nights are better. Think about what it is. Originally, we are going to use that as a slogan for the radio station. Basically, think of it, you meeting up with a significant couple, the two of you sitting there intimately listening to the radio together, spending emotional, romantic time with each other while you're listening to some beautiful music.
Oh my God! This sounds
Lord
good.
have
Love
mercy is about like the struggles that we all go through in life, the challenges we have, dealing with, everyday life. In this case, maybe about a man or a woman friend that basically took you to the cleaners, because that's what Lord have mercy is about.
Brian,
Yeah, Leo.
Brian,
son of a
please,
bitch.
Brian,
And
please
to the
switch this
rhythm of
when
the
you hear it.
rain is clearly about enjoying the sound of music or rain as you're dealing everyday stuff and how the rain helps you to, especially with the sunny windshield wipers like Eddie Rabbit talked about as well.
That's what I got out of that
rainy
too.
night.
People who didn't
I
understand
love
that
a
are
rainy
ridiculous.
night. I love a rainy
Right.
night.
That would be the Eddie Rabbit song. Right.
I didn't know you had. Where is
When the
that at,
lights are
Michelle?
up and stuff.
Nina, a queen of the teeners and ponytail.
Where did she have?
Um,
Where's your album out at? That
I
you
like that song
I'll show you.
because both of them,
Shut up, Leo.
because they're festive, happy songs, and they say something about our teenage years when we were young and we were still carefree and didn't have to worry about the real world, the hardcore world around us. Especially the teenager like Nina, which is a teenager who has the best clothes and best friends and doing all kinds of fun stuff. Ponytail is obviously about a man who admires his girlfriend, and I think we all appreciate that, right? I've got even as adults
yes.
too.
Absolutely. I do.
And
Oh,
let's see.
shut up, Leo.
I'm going all by my head now from what these songs tell. Sorry.
And
That was Gidgy. That was
Shut
Gidgy,
up.
bitch. We don't sound alike.
Yeah.
Shut your cunt ass up. Go ahead, Michelle.
I think he just wants to tell me to shut
The
up.
cell phone
He
holder it went to the post office. Okay. It arrived at the post office, but when was it delivered, Stan?
Well, why don't you go check the mailbox real quick?
I will.
All right, we'll
Yes,
wait.
You can get the Silver Moon album, by the way.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what is the
There's-
best specs to listen to each song on your record?
Wait.
player? What is the
Before
best
it gets dark, let her go check the mailbox. Because if this is sitting in her
All
mailbox,
right, so go
you don't
check
want
it
it.
out, guys, and Moose can talk to you, give you his little opinion editorial. I'll be right back.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I'll
if
have to
you
listen
think
to
Moose is able to talk over me, woman, you got another thing coming.
it.
Gidgy just wants to go, yak, 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 yak. Lucy hates you, yak, yak, yak.
I'll shut up. I'll just talk to Stan. Hang on. All right. I'll just talk to Stan. Y'all can all go away. Fuck off,
You bet-
JoJo.
Gidgy, you be
Or-
nice, and I'll start asking some really in-depth questions.
Go, oh Jesus fuck. See, normally I would say go for it. Let's have fun. Let's do some stupid human tricks. Let's have a blast. But see, what you're gonna do is you're gonna ask what her fucking coaxial inside cable vagina looks like. You know, some bullshit that I don't understand may have one word in it. Notice I threw vagina in there because that was the only word I understood. I don't even know what a fucking coaxial is, all right?
You should
I
ask
know
her what that is. You know what?
well,
That's a great
fuck
question.
yourself. I don't care.
That's a
How about
great-
that? There is a
That's a
reason.
great
Look, I
question.
am an old-fashioned woman. I expect the door to be held for me. I want a man to take the trash out. I want a man to hook up the cable or deal with the electronics. I don't want to do it. I just don't. I'm sorry.
But what cable
let
should
the
that
women
man
out
hook
there.
up?
Any cable he wants right about now.
I
We're
don't
getting
mind
desperate,
doing it
baby. It's been a
nowadays.
while.
Oh, you
I
show
don't
me a
mind doing it
bagel and I'll go in
nowadays
there.
though, because everything's wireless. You
That
know
is
what I
true. I will be honest. Technology, I will be honest. I have a semi-smart home. It's still in high
Mhm.
school. It's not in college yet, my home, but it's in high school. And I can ask it to turn lights on and I can ask it to do
Yeah,
different things with the thermostat. I'm getting there. I'm not all the way, but I am getting there and I
yeah.
do
I
like
was
it.
I was very hesitant on taking the jump into that, and now I'm just like, fuck it. Makes
Oh,
my life
girl,
I'm old,
easier.
sea breeze, I do.
I'm old fashioned. I like to put my coaxial in the plug. I don't like it to go wireless.
Thank
No,
God. See?
we're the more AI
Leo,
virtual.
And I don't like to just ram it in there. I like to put it in there and give it a cute twist in there, make sure it's good
Yeah.
and snug,
My
make sure it's got
experience
a
though is
good
that those
connection so I
old
get
ways
full bandwidth. Ooh.
aren't practiced very well anymore. How about you, Gigi?
yeah. I just want to know how you fuckers work every day and still get on here. I'm so fucking tired and I'm stoned at this
I
point.
work really hard, Gidgy. You understand how many hours I work every day?
Moose, suck my dick.
Okay.
I love my job.
I
Me
know
too.
you do, and I'm so glad. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm gonna love it, but dear God, I am just trying to hold my eyes open, and it's only 7 o'clock at night. Oh my God.
It's
I love
actually
my
opened
job.
my eyes to the fact that I could have been doing a lot better for myself long time ago. With that fact that I went back to work, I think it's been too long for me.
I have the
Oh,
best
Jojo.
job in
Oh,
the
yeah.
world.
No, Leo, that's what I'm
fine.
going through. It's just been so long. Jojo, I love that. Next time you see your mom, give her a hug from me. I miss my mom. I wish she was still around.
Yeah.
That's something I don't care what people tell you. You never get over your parents dying. I've
My
lost
mom was
both
my
of them
best
now.
friend.
Yeah, mine too. You'll
She
never
was my
get over
only
it. You'll
friend.
learn to live with it. You'll learn
My
to
mom
live
was
with
my only
it.
friend
And
at the end.
yeah,
Jesus
ditto.
Christ, Leo,
Ditto.
that's depressing.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. They're your parents. I'm not going to lie to someone and say, yeah, I got over it. It's all right. They're in heaven. I'm happy with. Fuck no. There's a day that goes by that I don't wish my mom was here.
Yeah, me
Or
too.
my dad. I
I
mean,
wish I
either
would
one
have
of my
spent more
parents. Are you
time with her
kidding?
now.
Yeah, I have so many regrets. And when
Yeah.
I hear people that are my age that still have their parents, God bless you. You are so
Yeah.
fucking blessed. Spend every fucking minute you
I,
can with them.
both of my
Like
both of
that's
my
I
parents
think
have
that
passed.
might be why I'm so attracted to Stan. He actually shows his family, right? And his family kind of reminds me of my family, nice upper class. We all know that I come from,
Jesus Christ,
I don't
Gidgy,
have
you
money,
got-
but
Old fashioned though
family may.
too.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
both of my parents passed away. I liked them a lot, but I had enough
Well,
of them.
it's not here right now, but
Get enough of them.
Well, exactly. They're gone now, and now at least we can stay up as late as we fucking want, can't we, Moose? Fuck those bitches. And I can have cotton candy and ice cream in the middle of the night. Fuck you, Mom! Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
all right. So
I
anyway,
can joke about it, but I will never
it's
get
not
over
here
it.
right now because, like
Thank you
Stan
for
said, it was
checking.
delivered. It was brought to the post office at 11:40 something a.m. It is not downstairs.
Stan,
Michelle,
do you
Oh,
get
that
you
one.
get used to it,
I
right?
did have
Oh,
one final
Stan.
question about the Silver Moon radio record.
I hate you, Moose.
What
Right.
type of equipment should I best listen into it? Like chords, like coaxials and stuff? Because Gidgy brought up a good point. Like, what type of coaxial should I use for my speakers for a record player to get that authentic sound? And what type
You
of
use what
turntable
you have
speeds?
available to you. It's mastered in a way that it would be obviously plus on the magnetic cartridge, but with a proper RIAA curve. But for most people,
You're welcome.
even the costly Voyagers
I'm
are
gonna kick
fine,
your
or
ass.
Cruisers. It's mastered so that the music will sound good on whatever reproduction equipment you have.
But what are you
Reproduct-
using?
Did she say reproduct? Wait, what?
Reproduction equipment to play back the
Oh,
sound.
I thought you said reproductive. I thought we were talking about sex. I got excited. Sorry.
Kitty, you got something else on your mind right now.
I know.
All
Michelle,
morning
I'm
today.
gonna go
what's on
jump
my
in the
mind?
shower, and I'm gonna use my loofah a couple extra times in a certain spot, thinking about you. Okay, Michelle. So I might listen to you in Bluetooth.
Now, of
so
course,
maybe
when you're
that's a little
listening to the
something.
record, you're listening the virtual record. You're really listening to the MP3.
We love you, Moose.
Bye, Moose.
Bye, Michelle. I love you.
Now, what did you think of the sound quality of the songs? I
So
know it's
rejected by Moose. He only had eyes for Michelle.
Listen, don't talk back to me.
He's crazy about her.
I thought you
Okay.
left.
I'm
my God,
still
he's-
here,
Leave so I
Okay.
can talk behind your back.
but this is Michelle's time. I have time to go to your chat and I
Hey,
talk to you.
cunt.
But
Shut
Michelle
the fuck
deserves
up.
all the attention.
okay. So, all right. So, Moose, my question is: when you were listening to the songs on the simulated record that we're playing,
The
what
stimulation.
did you think
yes.
of the sound quality?
I thought it was okay, but I like the scratch and the pop of a record. It somehow touches my soul in a way that regular CDs or regular
Right.
music doesn't touch. But
All
That's
right.
just-
it's
I
not
can
the
relate
same on the
to
computer.
that.
I
I
need the
can relate to
actual
that.
sound of the scratch of the needle.
Yes, I can relate to that.
Those are actually copies from actual records.
See, that
I know,
pisses
I
me
get
off.
it, but the computer somehow does something that takes the life of it away. You get what I'm saying?
mhm.
Even though it is actual recording of the record, some of the light, it's like art, it's like AI. It's not real life, but looks just like it. It sounds just like it, but it just doesn't have a soul.
Well, it's just like when
Oh.
I actually master, even when I was converting records from my own personal use from vinyl, I would not go crazy with the snap scratch and click filter. Rather, I would leave some in there because every record has its own fingerprint, basically.
Right.
It makes them unique.
Your
Yes.
granddaughter's beautiful. Moose,
She's the cutest.
seriously, make sure you're following Stan's channel. Friday nights, he does a great stream. It's normally only an hour or two,
I
depending
yeah,
on
used to
the
he
talk
plan.
to
does.
Stan on Marco Polo. He was a very handsome man.
Yes, he is.
Once
Back
he did
off.
the shit. Yes, I talked to Stan. Remember, Leo?
Back
he was
off.
on
Well, we're not
I
exactly.
never got on Marco Polo. I
We're
missed
not
the whole Marco
exactly
Polo.
Oh,
selling.
thank God, Gigi.
Question out on the wire.
We're not exactly selling music. In fact, originally it was going to make, as I said, I'm making a limited number of mix records.
It is a good question out on the wire. There's
For-
got to be some kind of copyright on that, right?
There is, but let me explain one thing. You also are entitled to copy music for backup copy purposes. Originally, the only one that was probably going to buy the record was me. But it figured, well, since I put it out there in the public domain, and these are songs, a lot of them that are already sharing copyright. So,
And as
therefore,
the old saying goes,
right.
what mama don't know, don't hurt her.
Mm.
I don't think that anybody is going to go after Michelle for a record that's only probably going to have like 4 copies ever made.
No. I don't think so either. I'm just surprised the company allows it.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm not-
Gigi
I'm
might
not
turn
worried
you in.
about
She
you.
seems shady.
Yeah, I am a little shady. But no, it is surprising to me though. So I could take basically Eminem, which is one of the worst at copywriting out there, and just go make a record of Eminem songs and make it my own and sell it. You know, I don't know. It's
Michelle, I
I
just
seriously have to go.
shut
I have
up
to
and
go
look
wash
at
my
the
penis.
TV
Come on.
right now.
What's
Moose
that?
is dick.
I wouldn't talk anymore about your CD stuff right now anymore. I would look into it, Michelle. I just
Oh, that's right. Because all the hate. Oh, good point. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything.
well, it's not even that. Just she needs to look into that a little bit more to cover her ass.
Well, I did. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. My
Okay.
ass is covered. Just as
Okay.
Donald Trump's is
Okay.
covered.
Yeah,
Donald
because
Trump.
I think I just make sure you got all your I's dotted and your T's
Oh, I
crossed
did.
on that one.
Just
Okay.
like Donald Trump was actually able to use not only his True Social sale or public stock. He went public with True Social. Okay. And that's where he got some of the money coming in from once he went public and got on his IPO. But then the appellate court went, hey, you know what? We don't think it's fair they're going to charge you $350 or $454 million. We're going to reduce it down to 174. And he said, sounds good to me. Here's a check. He paid them the fee, the bond, for that. So that but Letitia James is screaming like a crazy banshee because they would not keep his legs in the fire for $454 million. This woman is a crazy nutcase. I never understood how anybody would elect her, and why does she hate Trump so bad? Did he piss in her cornflakes? That's I don't understand this.
People don't need reasons to hate, Michelle. I'm
exactly
justified to that. Like, people hate me and they can't give me a reason, and I accept it. And I think it's like that with everybody. There's just people that you run up.
If the producers get hold of those records, I would say I hope you enjoy the music for the very limited number of runs that have actually been produced. What are you going to do? Charge me what? $20 penalty? No, I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, but the hatred part though, like she ran a campaign.
Just Google it, guys. You'll see what I'm talking about.
But what were you saying about Truth Social?
Yeah.
What were you saying about Truth Social, Michelle?
What he did was he made he went from private to public and initially offered his IPO, initial public offering. The stock went up in value over to $800 a share. And he had over 10,000 shares of Truth Social. That's a lot of money, honey.
They have 1% right now. They have 1% of the users of X. One.
Right. But look under the ticker symbol DJT.
I love X.
The Forbes has lowered the value of Truth Social from 730 million down to 100 million. They're not worth shit, Michelle. Truth Social's in the toilet.
Truth Social is Trump's, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Trump's.
Yeah, I mean, he's a smart man, Michelle, but he doesn't know social media. That's a thing.
Nah, he was just in charge of The Apprentice for all those years in the United States.
He just did that.
That was a TV show, Michelle. Let's remember that was a TV show, Michelle. That's not real life. That was a TV show. The Apprentice was a entertainment reality TV show. That is not real life.
No, I know that.
Tiger, if you do not rewind and listen from the beginning when we're done, I will your throat.
She will.
Oh, she needs to. I did not know. I just learned, Tiger, tonight that Michelle eats for 2 people. I didn't know that Lumi ate also. So when Michelle sits down to eat, they eat 3 bagels at a time. But here's the problem. Lumi has been snacking all fucking day today, Tiger. Tell her, Lumi, what have you been eating?
Well, what have I been eating? Not much, really. Just a couple cookies. And 2 bowls of cereal for breakfast. That's what we had.
Oh, nice. I love that you play just the really easy to remember classic ones too. That I don't mind obscure. I really don't. But just lately you've been playing just great. Just every song I'm like, oh my God, yes.
Well, Rusty's kind of a nibbler.
So in 2 weeks,
is one hand to count for today.
In 2 weeks, Gidgy, you got to head over to my channel because Stan and I are going to do a stream together about how.
Back off, my man. You're young. You got lots of men. Back off. Go ahead.
Huh? No.
I'm joking.
Stan and I are friends.
I'm teasing.
He of dating in the 20s.
I was eating the chocolate bourbon once, and now we're munching on these right now.
He's gonna
Stan and I have got some stories. I would love to trade stories with Stan about dating, and that's a great. When is it? Tell me when it is.
In 2 weeks, the weekend after Easter. So this weekend's Easter. The week next.
Right, this weekend we're busy. Yeah. Hang on, I actually have a calendar now because I actually have a life. So not the weekend of the 31st. The first weekend, like the 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
Okay, they are hopefully Saturday. Please say Saturday. I played the
that's so funny thing with Rusty though. Well, Rusty does not eat a lot of cat food. I put a small handful out in the dish.
He's a big boy. He probably eats He probably eats out too.
Yeah, it's
You
probably
said Saturday,
the
right?
I think he's going
earlier.
outside for some fast food in between snacks, like mice, rats, birds, neighbors
Kind
handing
of
out.
like his owners. Kind of like his owners. Leo, you said Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday is
Okay,
fine.
thank you. Perfect. I will be there. That would be fun, you guys.
Yeah, it would
You
be.
should
It
get
would be.
Tiger. You
He
should get
has to play
Tiger to do it.
strings.
And who else is? Let's think. Who else is
I
single?
want anybody to come. I would love everybody to come.
Simone,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question now.
Uh-oh.
You listen to record. You like the sound of it. You were here. You kind of left the panel. I guess you felt like you were getting kind of they're gonna be able to talking over you. Sorry about that.
No, that's not what he felt like at all. He said he had to go wash his dick and he left, Michelle.
Okay. Your penis is clean, sire. Coming to America line. He also eats mice too. Rusty eats mice also.
That cat don't eat shit, Michelle. He can't chase no mice. What is it? The other and bring it to him.
Maybe he has a kitty cat version of Instacart or something. Maybe the food is delivered to him. Who knows?
Right, Gemini. Yeah, he's the only one that I don't know if I could not let him up, but I could tell him, like, hey, if you're coming up, no electric vehicle talk. Because Steven actually has been the only one who's been true and like come onto my panel. You know, I couldn't just say
that is very true. I agree with that. Don't you dare tell him no.
Well, that's one of the reasons why
he won't talk. He
when
won't
you're
ever
live,
talk
I would have been on your
forever.
panels, but you don't tell me when you're on Kick or when you're on YouTube.
Yes, she does.
No, I get it, Michelle. No, I'm just talking about, you know, you've been up on my panels before. It's not that. It's, you know what I mean? It's a long story. So
Michelle, does Lumi shit at a different time than Michelle? Or do you both shit at the same time?
We use the bathroom at the same time. That basically, don't forget, we got one large digestive tract that takes care of everything.
All right, hang on. All right, so so do you both sleep
from
at
the
the
neck
same time?
We're separate, not from the neck down.
So you don't sleep at the same time?
I don't know about that because I sometimes I'm kind of asleep, and all of a sudden I sense Lumi was staring, and it's like I'm still asleep, man. Like it's like when someone, it's like when your partner kind of gently leaps off or gently slides off the bed, and you know that they got up, and you're still sleeping. And they're like, yeah. I go out incursions and things, travel the other side, and I also sometimes physically travel too. This means I end up a big dead weight with me behind me all the time. Oh, jeez. That's very interesting. It's kind of like imagine carrying a sleepy dead body behind you. I've done the same thing with Lumi too. So
wait, are they talking about Stephen St. Peter's wiener?
So Blunt Moose says, Leah, was that Blunt and Steven on your panel? Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. He's I know the guy here,
Stephen St. Peter does, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was tiny or if he really had big balls, Tiger. So it's very hard to say, I guess, without not physically inspecting it.
Well, he might be a physically smaller guy. That doesn't mean he doesn't necessarily have a well-packed equipment.
No, Michelle, he showed me. He showed, I said, I didn't, he kept saying he had the smallest penis around. And I said, he kept saying it. And I said, I don't believe you. He says, I'll show you. So we went on Google Hangouts and
Are you serious?
He showed me. That's why people don't like me, Michelle, because people just do funny things like that. You know, it's not like I was
Michelle was showing her naked body and chatterbait. No one ever said to her, "Oh, you got a tiny penis." I don't really have a penis.
No, well, I wasn't looking for like sexual. He kept saying, and I called his bluff, and either he's lying to me or he's really he has a tiny one.
Tiger King sent her a picture. I thought he was married, wasn't he? Or is he still single?
Who?
He's kind of nice. I kind of like him.
Who?
I don't really know if it ever work or not. But what kind of real life feel like if you were a guy that was always outgoing and shoving electric wires in somebody's back end of their cars? Let's put it this way. You want a true meaning of the word butt plug.
I don't know. I don't have a picture of a tiger. He did it on video, and I've never recorded anybody or did anything like that. So I didn't save anything.
That is totally weird thought, though, Lumi.
So who are you talking about?
You don't want to know.
Oh God. Steven is single, if that's what you were asking.
Or no, he came to say, would you like me to stick my axe up that hole?
And something nice about Steven is
North American standard charger plug. Oh my God.
Steven is bisexual.
Me,
too, so.
I'm going to get a supercharge.
Can I drive? I can
Definitely
describe it. Okay, so his balls were like really inflamed. They were really red. That was the one thing I asked him. I said,
Okay.
is that normal? You should see a doctor.
Well, maybe
he
you
could,
should.
maybe he was trolling me. I don't know.
I'm not going to judge him. I don't know. I mean,
he's probably got a really big one.
I mean, maybe his doctor could tell him if there's some kind of a glandular issue with his gonads.
He's got a spinal disease, and I feel so bad that I don't remember which one it is.
That could be possibly why he's having problems with his genitalia, maybe.
Right. So that could be it, but
I'm sure he's aware of that.
Yeah, but I don't know but with the look from what he showed me, it's very hard to say. Was it his penis tiny or was it his balls that were super big? You know what I mean? That's what the picture looked like. I was like, your balls look really inflamed. So are those just really swollen or not?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not. I mean, like I said, I'm not his medical doctor, so I can't tell you. I have seen people have it before, but I asked him, I said, does it hurt? And they're like, no, it doesn't hurt. Don't look nice though, but okay. It's just, I guess that's all I can say right now without basically going from PG-13 to rated R on this channel.
Right. Steven, he is a good guy. I know he gets on people's nerves. Like he started out with this EVE, like he's always liked electric vehicles. And then he finally got in with people that accepted him. And I think that's why he's gone all like solar's the best, because he didn't used to be.
He already had a passion for it, so he's just running with his passion right now.
But I think it's more of a because of the people he started hanging with, right? Because he's a little bit different now.
Like-minded
but
people.
It's hard not to be friends with them anymore, you know?
There's nothing wrong with it. Like-minded people can do some wonderful things together.
Well, I mean, I don't agree with a lot of his views, and he likes to talk about it a lot. It'd be one thing if it was just a part of his life, but that's like the main focus. So when he comes around and he talks about electric vehicles, it's like I'm not, excited.
I'll ask him next time he ever comes up here and ask him, say, hey, Steven, do you have any other interests too? Do you like to do other things?
Oh, I do. The last time I yelled at him, I said the last panel he was on, I told him it was about me and not about his stupid cars. He's a good guy. He really is, Dabs. I know he gets on your nerves.
He has a passion.
He's got a past too. Like he used to be on a radio show and he played the Gimp. Yeah, he's got a colorful past and he's got stories of the yin yang.
Oh yeah, it's like we have stories too. Before Michelle became the person on YouTube, she was pretty much isolated, but she still was a writer though, and had a wicked imagination. You still do.
I haven't seen the chairman in a while, Planet Moose.
I was showing a little bit
I hope he's
some of our
okay.
writings earlier, and most that we've dug up in the past, and most people are like, "What is a dryad? What is this?" Writing about loggers and dryads and trees and forests and spiritual realms, and that's the stuff that Michelle wants to put up on her Patreon page because
Yeah, that's what it is, Dabs. That's what it exactly is. And it's unfortunately like I hope he sticks with the people he's with, more the electric vehicles rather than those crazy protesters. Because he would be dumb enough to do something like that, I think. And yeah, it's sad, he just wants friends.
well, it's like they say, birds with the same feather flock together. So you can bet he's going to be hanging out with others that have the same interests he does.
Yeah.
And I understand that. Just like if you're interested in gambling, you're going to hang out with gamblers. If you're interested in dance, you're going to hang out with dancers.
And I don't know. Like Noodles used to love this guy, right? And he'd be like, "Yeah, he's so great." And he'd come out with these stories like he defended a woman one time and he like taekwondo the guy's ass and hog tied him. And it's like, is this guy for real?
Well,
So, I don't know if these stories are true or like what,
well, Noodles likes to help promote the small guy, which I appreciate him doing that.
Well, no, Noodles also appreciates what some of these people have to offer.
Right.
Yeah, and Steven was a very colorful character, but he got drove away, from all the evilness that started happening.
You talking about the evilness that started coming around after Noodle show. Yeah. I don't think Steven is comfortable with that kind of stuff. I really
No,
don't.
he's not. He's very protective of his family. They were going into his real life, and nobody wants that, right? Like nobody
And
wants
I
people
don't
to
know
mess
much
with
about his
people they care about.
backstory or about any, about his family or nothing, but I'm sure that given what he's heard about what's going on with people on YouTube and the stalking and the doxing and all the other crazy stuff that goes on, he's like, I don't want to be involved around that stuff because it makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Michelle,
Steven, I understand you 100%. Trust me. Don't worry about it.
It's not even so much as being around it anymore. Like this community has accepted it by not stopping it when it first started. They used it. So now this crap is interwoven into all the communities that like he's familiar with and we're familiar with. Nobody wants to do anything. He killed it. These people killed their YouTube community.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with the drama stuff. Just like I didn't get a chance to watch in detail. Like let's see, Chrissy. Uh, let's see, Marina there said about the IRL drama community. It's going to destroy you. Christy Metal Mascara. Yeah. She did say that on one of her short little videos about how the drama community is not
I never
good
seen
for you.
Noodles. Grizz? I
I haven't seen Noodles this evening.
No. Grizz said whose was bigger, Noodles or I've never seen Noodles.
Okay, you haven't seen Noodles. You know what? It's okay. I haven't either.
And I mean, I really don't care to because I mean, once you've seen one, whether it's small or large, they all look the same. I guess maybe I've never really
You've all seen an ignition coil, an extended distributor cap. They're all the same on their own, man.
Yeah, they are.
With the spark plug on the end. Yeah, they all look the same. I mean, does it matter if foreigners are the realistic? Oh my god. That is a very descriptive definition of the male reproductive organs: a distributed cap, spark plug, and ignition coil. Maybe that's why guys love cars so much. I can associate, relate to it. Well, what his points and condenser are. I think that's the chemical vesicle vas difference. Oh, jeez. It's really interesting thought, though. I know we have some fun sometimes. Fun tonight. And yeah, Michelle's sober too. Yes, I'm sober. I haven't had any alcohol in me for quite a few weeks. Not since you and I touched that stuff on February 11th. Oh, I don't know. Still interesting though. It is. So anyway, Leo. So what do you think about the fact is that the appellate court have said that they reduced Trump's minimum bond payment down to 174 million.
Why is he paying anything at all? What did they get him on?
Well, they didn't get him on anything. That's just it.
So what is he paying?
But the judge couldn't totally confirm why they even giving him a bond. They said, well, we think it's a 300 or 454 million is a little bit out to lunch. So they reduced it to $174 million, and Trump went in there with a check and went, there you go. And of course, Letitia James is chimping out because she didn't get the full money and she can't get Trump's properties. Because he's filing the appeal. He says he's going to fight it all the way to the Supreme Court so he can get his money back.
This is so ridiculous.
Thank you very much, Tiger Kitty. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I really do think, though, like I said, as far as the Silver Moon record goes, I don't think anyone really needs to worry at this point. Because, I mean, you know what? I looked into the history of those people that originally got charged for stealing music off the internet. And you know what? A lot of those cases, they settled out of court because they couldn't get the money out of the people to make it worthwhile during showcases. We're not actually making any money to sell albums to millions of people. We're just selling just to a very limited number of people. And I don't think most record companies are going to go after a small fry like me. They're just going to go, forget it. Hey, you know what? This is a good record. Maybe we'll go ahead and offer it for sale in our own stores. Well, I hope Moose will be one of the first ones to buy it. Because I still am going to buy like 4 copies of it, or 3 or 4 copies of it. Give one to Stan, give one to Chris, to keep one for me, and then maybe I'll put a 4th one up on eBay for sale as a one of a kind.
What do you think about P. Diddy and Will Smith going to be Well, P. Diddy, they already raided him for the sex trafficking and the other stuff that they were doing. You know who P. Diddy is, right? You know who P. Diddy is?
I don't know who that is, no.
He's a rapper. He's like a famous, he brought in a bunch of young musical talent like Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Justin Bieber just flipped on him and said that he was actually molesting him. So they've raided him and they found that he's actually been involved in sex trafficking. And Will Smith has also been
nasty.
And Will Smith has also been had fingers pointed at him too, which is maybe why that bitch slapped another man on stage over a joke. Maybe the heat's coming down on his ass. Cracking.
And so that's kind of strange, though. I mean, how old was the person this P. Diddley was actually had under his tutelage?
Teenagers, 10, 11, 12, preteens, young. It's like the Mickey Mouse
Ow,
Club.
ow, ow,
It's
ow.
all that. It's all that movie star
Definitely
crap.
well below statutory age. Yes, definitely. That's not good.
No. It's all through. It's
My
all through
friend,
that business.
I
up
say we're
there.
going to take off your
Weirdos.
testicles and we're going to be done with it.
I want to know where the parents are. My kid could be the most talented person in the
have no
world. I
idea.
am not going to let her go off with just some stranger.
Because the stranger probably said, I can make you a star. And the kids probably went, sign me up.
I don't care.
That's probably how it all happened. I know I almost got into the same thing as a kid. I decided not to because somebody said to me, "Oh, I can make you into a star. I can make you into an actress." I'm like, really? Well, he didn't show up, and I did. I went to the rendezvous point, but he didn't show up. But then again, maybe it was just as good anyway, because maybe it would have been the same deal for me, and it was.
Wait, you were going to be in the movies or like
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Really? What? Do you like what type of movies do you know or?
I don't know. I don't know what the guy was kind of trying to market me as, but I got a feeling it may not exactly been wholesome. But
I'd
just,
love to be in horror movies. I was in the commercial for Attack of the Killer Tomatoes as an extra running down the street
speaking
from
of
the
movie
tomatoes. But it
casting,
never
I
printed.
saw an advertisement for a company looking for acting talent for a movie production on YouTube. It was on the one of those videos in community tab.
That's right, Debs. Nail them.
All casting, all star casting or something was looking for somebody for a movie.
That was the new Mickey Mouse Club because that's what they did to the Mickey Mouse Club members when they all and that
It was
Funicello and all them
specifically
came
about
out.
Mickey
And
Mouse
yep,
Club,
it's been
but
going on for years.
this was for actually for a featured movie. I guess they were looking for regulars, people to play in the set, like Jennifer J did, for a movie that was filmed in Canada.
Hey, yeah, what's that movie she was in ever come out?
Yeah, a lot of movies don't, or if they do, they go right straight to DVD.
Or
Or
she was lying.
we don't know, right? But either way,
Oh, George, I've been there, done that.
that would have been really hilarious, though. Imagine me being in a, say, like in Beetlejuice 2. I mean, that would be kind of
Did
funny.
you see that coming? Did you see the new the last and final Ghostbusters Frozen edition or something?
No, I didn't.
That's coming out too. That looks good.
Okay. Frozen edition. Does that mean they're going to have a snow queen in it?
I don't know. It looks scarier though. It looks like the first one. Like the first one. Like the first one is my favorite because it had the horror, but it had
Just
the
like the guy said in Ghostbusters, it looks like we're going to be working overtime today. Dealing with the steep Slimer and the steep of Marshmallow Monster. Oh, by the way, we do got some movies for tomorrow. We got Big Stan and why not? Bill and Ted Face the Music. So we're gonna play Face the Music first and the Big Stan. Yes. Do you have the closed caption file for both?
Yeah, Jojo. They're investigating him for sex trafficking. Isn't that P. Diddy? Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Maybe I said it wrong at first. Yeah, I hope they nail every last one of those disgusting, evil people. Get them out of here.
Disgusting evil people. What do you think about that Letitia James?
Letitia James. Who's that?
Attorney General, City of New York.
Oh, no, I haven't seen. What did she do? I seen that she's in the headlines, but I don't know what
She's
she
the one
did.
that's suing Trump for $454
Oh,
million.
yeah, that's the one who's doing it. See, yeah, I haven't been reading up on it. That's why I'm not exactly sure what the hell's going on with the Trump thing.
First of all,
I
here's
don't
the
understand
question
why.
I have. She's creaming her panties for 40 Wall Street.
Yeah.
What's so special about 40 Wall Street? That's not even Trump Tower. From what I saw pictures of it, that's not Trump
This
Tower.
sounds like a woman scorn type of bullshit. Like she
Yeah.
fell in love.
She's acting like Trump personally pissed in her cornflakes.
Yeah.
Why would she think that? I mean, she's so mean at him. She's like, he's the worst. He's public enemy number one. And then a couple of Trump supporters supported Trump in a church session, and she told everyone, "Oh, pipe down. This is the house of God." Why don't you ask God what he felt? Maybe God was yelling Trump too. I mean, he's not an angel, but he sure the hell ain't no devil. Actually, he's kind of both, actually, but at least he's successful when he does it. Yeah. He's a Gemini. He's a two-face. He's a twin. He's the twins, yes. I have lots of friends that are Gemini, so well, you could say we are the true two faces. Me and you. The left side is Michele, the right side is Lumi. Very true, very true. There are two sides to it. Michele's down a rabbit hole. 2024, the elite goes down. Yes, indeed. 2024 is going to be some serious big changes going on in the world right now. Let's just go through something that so many churches are chimping out on. So let's just talk about this. April 8th, solar eclipse. There are churches, particularly talking, say this ain't no ordinary solar eclipse. They see bad moon rising kind of mentality.
You know what? The devil is in the church, so if the church don't want it to happen, I say let it happen. It's probably God coming back, and they know they're all in trouble.
Yeah. Well, it's true that the devil certainly has made himself comfortable in the church pews of America and the world. But you know what? There's another group of people that are fighting for the people who want to break free of the devil's rule. They're the Starseeds, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians. Like me, ones that would like to see and help people achieve to the next level of success in spiritual attainment. Just like Jesus of Nazareth, which is my brother, he wants you guys to know that there's more of the world than just 3D Earth.
Michele, what do you think? I don't know what you expect. The the spiritual realm it's a mind thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a thing that we will never experience in the physical. So when you say like these eclipses and stuff, like what do you think would happen? What did you expect would happen?
Well, let's tell you what I think is going to happen, especially once we hit 60. Oh, Lord, 60. When anything you happen, your wish for can come true. So, but in the case of 5D, is that we're going to go above people like Tisha James to somebody who is encouraging a whole new otherly love experience like Jesus of Nazareth did. We all know what happened to Jesus of Nazareth, right? Yeah. So you want to talk about the upcoming new positive vibration, and unfortunately, you're going to be nailed to a tree. Not exactly a good compromise.
As far as I'm concerned, everything will get worse before it gets better because this new generation of alphas that
we're
are
already in.
We're already in
the worst of the worst right now.
But they're the most aggressive. And what's going to happen is when they don't get their way, like what we've been seeing with the mentally ill, they start shooting up schools. They start shooting up churches. They're destroying,
our fines.
Huh?
I think Letitia James has got a few screws loose myself, if you ask me.
I don't that's all that bullshit between the money and the courts. That all needs to
Bonnie
cease
Willis.
until we get like.
Oh, she was sleeping around with somebody she shouldn't have been sleeping with. And now Fannie Willis is basically going to be going bye-bye.
How is that anybody's business who's sleeping with? Why is that a public thing? I don't give a fuck who.
I don't really understand
Unless,
how Fannie Willis
illegal.
decided to sleep apparently with one of the people that was supposedly on Trump's legal team.
Oh yeah.
See, she wanted inside information.
They don't want fraternizing, right? They don't like, oh, you're an adult, you can make your own decisions, but you can't have a relationship with somebody. That's so stupid.
No, I don't think I've got the red dollar sign, trust me. I bet the yellow dollar sign is a possibility. But you know what? Sometimes, guys, let's be honest, we have to talk about stuff that doesn't always give you green dollar signs. The modern world is not all unicorns and rainbows and pixie dust. It's just not. Nope, it's just not. It's just the reality. But
Well, the government succeeded in what they wanted to do. They wanted people scared. And the only ones that weren't scared were the nut jobs. So now the nut jobs are running things right now. And until somebody comes in and gets those nut jobs out of there, we're our economy, everything is taking a dump.
right. And
That's why we need Trump back in there, because he may not be everybody's favorite person. That's why it pisses me off about this Letitia whatever. But we know what he can do, right? And we know he will pull the reins back in.
And what she's doing is guaranteeing his of winning the presidency, because everybody's gonna stand up for the underdog, or for those that are being oppressed. Now, if it was the opposite, if Trump was going after her, he would probably lose. But no, she's one that's going after him with such malice that they said that if she manages to seize his assets, he's going to seize the presidency, because people are going to fight on his behalf. And just like one of the local guys, community advocate, says, "I'm in your corner," and here they're going to go, you know what? We're for Trump, because you already demonstrated that the state of New York doesn't want business. And other investment companies have said, after what was going on with Letitia James, we're not going into your city. No, we're not going to risk this. You actually start doing this with one guy, you think you're going to stop?
I don't know how you figure he's a nutso
doing it to another guy too. She's doing it to another separate investor.
I'm not saying that he's like the most sane person or even like the best person for the job, but he does have good business sense, and he was making great decisions between countries. And until we can get somebody
he's a Gemini.
He's got to get in.
Just like Tiger Kitty, just like Gemini and Gem. But he's successful because he is like he is.
He knows how to play hardball. He knows.
Exactly.
That's why when someone's suing him for $100 million, he's like,
you can
whatever.
actually see it from both perspectives.
Yeah, well, America's already broken, girls. That's what I'm saying. The only, like, even if Trump got in there, like, the only thing I want is Biden out. I want him out. That man, he makes our country look so weak.
Absolutely.
That bothers me.
And that's what they want. That's what the World Economic Forum wants. He wants us to look weak. They want us to look like we're bad people, like we don't know our butt from a hole in the ground. That's what they want. Speaking of butt, I think my cat wants to go outside. Let me go to Richie real quick.
Okay.
I can tell when he's kind of getting ready to go to the door. Okay, Rusty, let you out. Come on. My cat's smart. He knows when he wants to go out. He knows I know when he wants to go out.
Yeah, when he needs to take a piss, Michelle, he needs to go out. That's smart. New South America. Yeah, in a way he did, Brad. Yeah, I was watching recently, I got turned on to these squatter rights things, right? Whereas if you own property and somebody moves in, you can't just go in and tell them they have to leave if they've established some type of right. Now these are like homeless people. And I've been watching some videos and stuff on it. And one guy, the way he did it is he waited until those people were out of his home and he moved into his own property and he was changing the line. He's like, I'm squatting here. This place is mine. If you come back, you'll be arrested because it was actually legally as a so he found a way to get him out of there. But I'm thinking to myself, no police, nobody would tell me that if I owned property that I couldn't get somebody. I would just hire some men. I need help getting their shit out of my place. If they want to stay there with nothing, okay, then we'll go that route. But they're not staying there with all their stuff. Fuck that. No law's gonna tell me what I can and cannot have in my property.
Well, I'll tell you one thing is that I think we're going to have another constitutional Congress. I think we're going to have another come up with a new government that's more for the people, by the people, with the people, but on a smaller level. Because the truth of the matter is this country needs that. We need a smaller government per state, per region basis, because it's getting to be too big. It is getting to be too big.
Yeah, right. That's what I would totally do that. Fumigate everything just to get them fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You're not staying where you're not wanted.
Yeah, it's worldwide.
I'll take my chances.
Maybe that's why all the Pleiadians, Nectarians, and the other races are saying they don't want us to go out in space yet because they don't think we're ready to go out in space because we're not willing to play by the rules.
Yeah, my idea of things has changed a lot recently.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I don't know what I believe anymore. I don't know if it's a loss of faith thing. But that Pleiadian thing and the light child thing, like, I don't even understand that anymore. I don't know. I have not seen that much intelligence in our world to even let my mind wander to the fact that there's higher beings out there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is a lot of the really informed ones are not necessarily on YouTube now. I think that the really informed ones are kind of staying to themselves.
No, I'm talking about in real life. Like, if we have these higher beings that are supposed to be on the earth that are, they're told like, yeah, you're here to change the world. You're part of a race, blah, blah, blah. Why aren't they doing anything? Like, you don't.
Because they're free will.
How? Like, there's no like proof that any of this ever exists. Like, we put our faith into stuff that there's not that much proof out. That's all I'm saying.
You gotta understand.
Think about it. It takes a lot of faith to believe in stuff like that, and I've not seen any good in the world recently. It's very hard to hold on to the fact that there is something else out there.
Oh, I'm sure there's some aliens that want us, but they're not necessarily
eat us. With the intelligent level on Earth, they should just eat us. Fucking stupid over here.
I don't think we are nutritionally valuable to them. I think most.
How do you know? A ho-ho isn't nutritional.
I think most of us would. I think most of them would probably get indigestion eating some people.
I don't think some people would care, or aliens or whatever would eat us.
But no, on a serious note, you got aliens. There's several groups of ETs in the space realm right now. You got the Illuminati, you got the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki and the Illuminati the Illuminati is the human counterpart of the Anunnaki.
How can there be so many religions and everyone think that there's like only one creator or one race that created it? There's so much belief out there. Like, how do you know, though? That's what I want. How do you know?
You don't know.
Exactly. All we know is what we're taught.
because none of the religions except for the Abrahamic Christian faith are not homogeneous. They're not the same. They're not distilled down to a monotheism or pseudo monotheism. You got a lot of polytheistic religions out there. They came before the Hebrews even developed monotheism. They were the only ones that really developed monotheism. It was based on the polytheistic religion system that they had developed from the Canaanites. Mother Asna was part of their system. And then they threw her out and made the God, the Lord, the top Hancha, the top kahuna, the big guy. But originally they had a Parthenon. Under the Canaanite faith system, the Father, the Mother, and the Son. The Son would be equivalent to our Jesus. Well, his name was not Jesus, it was some other name. And it was really interesting how that worked out. Hold on a minute. Hello? Was that you getting a knock on the door? I have no idea. Let's go check. Let's go see if someone's knocking on my door. I don't know if someone knocking on my door wasn't. There must have been someone knocking on Leo's door. Still, I got a minute. I mean, we got. So, where are all these Parthenon of gods are all competing with each other? Kind of like cell phone companies. We got the most followers. We got the better followers. Our church services are better than your church services. But maybe one likes one faith system better than the others. If that makes any sense. I don't know. But it's funny how the Abrahamic faith systems keep pushing to saying our church is the right church and that church is bogus. How can you be sure that church is bogus? I mean, tell me, explain it to me, educate me. How can their church be wrong and my church be right? Or how can my church be wrong, right, and yours be wrong? I have no idea. The Democrats are raiding Leo's house. After I had my first son, my piles were bad. I had to use. No doctor gave me anisole cream. Okay. Is that the? She doesn't wash her hands. I just sit, pee, get up, and then I come out. I didn't even touch my bum. Trust me, Michelle does wipe. She does have to wash her hands afterwards. Just TMI. I know. Planet Moose LMAFO.
Yeah.
I don't want my whole problem.
No, I'm good.
Okay, are you back?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to feed my cat and I was checking on things. But you were
Okay.
talking. I didn't want to interrupt you.
I was just in the bathroom taking a quick pee. So, anyway, so Rusty went out. He's pretty smart. He knows when it's time to go outside. He's like he has a way of letting me know when he wants to go out, so it doesn't disturb the show too much. Yeah, he does have a way of letting the show know. Some cats will drive you crazy to the point where you can basically can't even think. But he's not that. He's not that crazy. He's kind of more like goes over there and starts basically rubbing Michelle's monitor and making it like this, and it's like, hey, I want something, lady. It's like, okay, sure, I'll take care of that. Speaking of pictures, how come this camera here is? What do you want to do? I'm gonna beat it up a little. There we go. Now, so yeah, it sounded like someone was at the door. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah. As far as the yellow dollar sign, guys, I wouldn't worry about it. You know dang well, more than likely, it'll probably be green by the end of the night. You know that, right? Or tomorrow morning. Of course, we do cover some adult stuff in the adult, so this is normally why we should be having these shows.
But she doesn't hear you. Just say hi. Go away.
Just say hi. Okay.
Yeah, my kid wanted to say hi.
Okay.
She's like, show him this. I'm like, nobody can see it. Go away.
Mojo said it must have been hearing things. So, anyway, do you enjoy being on these shows once in a while, Leo? I know I said to you I could be on your show once in a bit too. But if I knew when your shows were and I know what you're working, it's kind of hard to.
Michelle, yes and no. This is the first time I've actually was like, I felt enough energy to join one of your shows, but I'm always up for a good conversation, and it's very lacking these days.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the morning shows have been pretty quiet too. We covered a couple things this morning. I was kind of basically no one was up on panel. It was just me. So we covered a little bit of the political stuff, and most of the audience basically went back to bed. It looked like because it's like they were like, I'm gonna go back to bed now.
Well, what did you do on your morning show? Are you appeasing to your fans? Are you making it good content? What are you doing?
Well, we do good content. The problem was is that usually we do great when we have a panel, but unfortunately, Botrix wasn't sending out the panel links, so we kept trying to get people to get the panel links, and like Botrix is like not posting them, and for some reason, and then
that Botrix is a pain in the butt, Michelle.
Yeah, Nightbot was a little more consistent. But instead of having to deal with three different...
Michelle, I don't know how many times people got it. You're so worried about self-promoting, which there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But what are you self-promoting? That's what I keep at. Like, what are your topics? What's your show about? Stop promoting a show until you have a show. That's what I don't get. You don't.
I also promote other people's channels too. For
Don't be promoting. Don't be promoting
Wednesday is going to be this week again at 5:00 Eastern time.
I said, well, this is where we disagree. You need to be working on your show. Don't be promoting yourself. Don't be promoting other people. Work on your show, and people will come. If you're just promoting, all they know you as is a promoting channel.
Yeah, I mean, I promote my show, but I also feel that my show should also be trying to help other people with their shows. It's kind of like a little bit like Noodles is doing, but on a little more laid back level. For example, I talk about J Mac Oregon. I promote his Weed Wednesdays. Of course, we promote the Silverman Radio. We interviewed on Monday or not Monday. Yeah, it was last week. We had J Mac. I mean, we had
Okay.
see Salem Metal Mascara on. Some people like that. Some people hated that. It was on Tuesday. So we had a couple of celebrities on here on panel too. We've done a mini mansion in the past.
Yeah, that doesn't appeal to me at all. I'm tired of weird people performing shitty songs, Michelle. I really am. You call them celebrities. They're not really celebrities.
What do you think about the weird? What do you think about the weird people that do shitty movie remakes?
I don't like them. I don't watch them.
I know. How many ways can you redo a movie before people go, wait a minute, that's been done already. Why are we doing it again? Because it sold lots and lots of tickets. What do you do differently? Oh, we got a black actress. Okay. What's the movie called? Snow White, the Black Edition.
I'm reading a chat. What did you ask, Red?
That's what I'm talking about. When you do remake and a remake and a remake, and you wonder why everybody's lost the interest in it.
That's my cat.
Yeah.
That's my cat. That's how she purrs. She's got like a respiratory thing she was born with.
Yeah.
And ever since my other one
died, how you doing? Red says losers. Look at chat. I never heard Chinese food snore before. Well, Rusty snores a little bit. It was interesting. Okay, when I am on panel, but there's no one else here. They want the panel link, I think. It's pinned. Oh, the panel link is pinned up there, guys. Yeah, you can see it. It's pinned. But they can't see it.
Really hear her? My God, baby, please stop.
There's no. Okay, I'll put the link out again. All right, hold on a minute. All right, panel link. All right. PANELL.
Tiger. It's my one big fat cat. Ever since the other one died, she's been lost.
You got it. I got it. Okay. Oh, now I got it right. Okay. PANELLINK. Boop. There you go.
Yeah. Soon.
Okay, now I got somebody to come up on panel. Hold on a minute, please. Now I gotta slide over here and answer the door, so to speak. It's Gitchy again. Go ahead, Gitchy.
First and foremost, I want to thank everyone that helped make this possible for me to get back up here. Leo, thank you. Chat, thank you very much. Michelle, it's always a pleasure. Leo, can we just all be quiet for a minute? Seriously, that's why I left. Can we just all be quiet for like 30 seconds? Can you just clock it on your phone? Can we just all hear this amazing animal? Oh my. Shut the fuck up. You shut your cute little purry mouth. You fat little fucker. I want this cat.
You talking about your cat or her cat?
That's her cat.
That's my cat. She wants her belly rubbed. Do what you want.
Oh my God. Rub that belly.
Well, she's a happy old
She sounds like a wild cat. Have you guys ever had the opportunity to hear wild cats purr? If you haven't,
they don't actually purr.
She's getting into the doctor soon to get a good checkup. I want to make sure that her she's 15, I think. She was born with respiratory issue.
Yeah. A puma purrs and meows. Yeah, a puma does.
No, that's so sweet. Thank you. We have all been in chat like, who the fuck is snoring? I thought someone was up here trying to porn bomb her and they fell asleep and they were snoring. Okay, truth be told, at first I thought it was you. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, wait, it's snoring.
And
It's
then
Lumi.
then I'm like, oh, maybe Lumi and Michelle really do sleep separately, and she's proving it to me right now. And she's got some fucking snoring track playing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, there, and then I started thinking, I don't think that's on Michelle's end. And fucking A, if it isn't that is an amazing animal. I just want to speak for myself and all of chat. That is seriously, it made my whole fucking night. It made up for all the bullshit
you?
about computers and coaxials.
We
And
had
oh my
a
God.
tornado that we were supposed to hunker down in. So I got my kid up and we went into the bathroom and I brought both both cats with, and she's doing this purring. I couldn't hear. I said, that's it. Next time we go into, because we got out of the bathroom, and next time we go in, the tornado's taking you because I can't hear the sirens for your purr.
Oh my God, I love that. I fucking that's amazing. I am a
And
huge
see,
cat
how
lover.
physically loud is the cat? I mean, she sleeps on the bed with me, right?
These,
like-
I mean, we
She wakes you
Michelle,
up.
she's yeah, we heard it in chat. Like you guys were talking and we've heard it for a good probably what, 5 minutes when I finally came up.
Yeah, that's what she's been doing.
You probably were saying was who's the guy that's sleeping in Leo's room?
Go to sleep.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Megan.
Megan, right? Where's Megan? Is she here yet? Not yet. Is she coming up? Not yet.
Yeah, an alien cat.
Alien cat. That's awesome.
I would say that she's alien.
that is so freaking cool. That's the coolest purr box I've
You
ever
know
heard.
that the puma is the largest cat that actually still meows and purrs like a house cat?
I did not know that. Thank you.
I did not know that either.
Lions don't meow.
Yeah, pumas meow. Well, lions roar.
Lions and cheetahs and stuff, they don't meow. I thought they meowed.
They
Oh,
roar.
no, they kind of scream, don't they?
I don't know what a
Yeah.
mountain lion though. Mountain lion definitely screams, but the puma is the largest
I know, Red. I'm thinking the
apex
same thing.
predator that actually purrs, and that's just like a house cat. It goes meow, he purrs. It's like a house cat, a big black tiger or a black kitty cat with
You
big
know,
long claws. And
when you go to the zoo, if you look online, most zoos you can do, you can add things on, right? You can do backstage things. So when my son was growing up, I really wanted him to, really get, to know the animals and get a real love for animals like I have. I love animals. So we would always do the behind the scenes, like, help a penguin make a picture and take a picture home of penguin feet, or one time at SeaWorld, swim with a sea lion or swim with a beluga whale. Or one time we went back to see the lions.
yeah,
And
Did you swim with
he's
them?
coming out, he heard me. No, we didn't swim with a lion. No. It was behind chain link. It wasn't, wasn't all that. But you got to give them a steak, and they would come up, and you could pet them through the, kind of through that. Well, my son did it, and they loved it. And then I came up, and I did it, and he turned around. And when tigers turn around and raise their tail, they shoot urine directly out of their like asshole part, and I was covered in tiger urine. So yeah, that's what I got. So that was fun. I don't know.
You got sprayed by a tiger?
I did. A lion. Sorry, I keep
He
saying
was
tiger. It was a
marking
lion.
you?
Yeah,
That's
I got marked.
special.
I got marked by a lion.
So basically, you were dealing with a female tiger, and she gave you a good spray.
Like, you have got to fucking be
Did you
kidding
be?
me.
Were you like, how much for the price of that tiger so I can rip its head off?
I laughed my ass. They were
Oh
they were
no!
like,
I would not.
oh my god, oh my
puking.
god. Dude, it smells so much worse. Like normal cat pee is ammonia. Let me just tell you, big cats, they have that ammonia smell too. Just imagine it a whole lot fucking worse.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Because the kidneys do the same job that our house cat kidneys do. They just take out the waste products. They just got more waste products to take out.
I don't even want to talk. I just want to listen to the fucking cat, y'all. You could make a lot of money on YouTube just fucking putting that cat on. I'm
You think
serious.
so?
Oh,
Oh! You want to hear her new trick? Because she's so damn fat, she wipes her ass on my carpet.
I love that. Oh my god, that's amazing. Like
I'm
she
like,
it
what are
doesn't
you
all come
doing?
off.
I've
Be
never
nice
seen
to
a cat
her.
do that.
Maybe a cat would like to have some toilet paper, Leo. Maybe
You
she
know,
can
that's
keep
what
the
she's
rolls
going
of
to the vet,
Charmin.
'cause she might need to go on a diet. Can't
Oh.
lick your own ass.
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe
It's
she
funny.
doesn't want it. She's like, shit, I don't want to eat it. Here, you clean it
Right?
up.
Like the food I've been feeding her.
It's
It's
funny
too
though,
good.
Rusty doesn't actually snore. I never heard Rusty snore. No, Michelle, you snore for everybody. Well, everybody here, you snore all the way downstairs to the second floor. They can't miss you.
I see she just quits like that, and I have to check her.
Oh.
Hey, making me play on this live earlier
Go
when
get some
she
water.
really pissed him off. Oh, really?
All right, we'll listen. I'll listen from down here.
Okay.
Okay.
Snorri, tell us yes. Mojo says what Megan here. Megan Fox wasn't up on panel here today, but I wonder if she'll be on later. She seems to like coming up on my show. See what happens. We don't have to go right to bed at 10 or anything because, we're not.
I think she's
Normally,
annoying.
I'm mostly nocturnal in the spring and summer anyway, so. But I still have to get up for tomorrow morning, so it doesn't matter. It's something of my crazy day. Choking. Food.
That's too funny.
Well, I don't know. Cat kind of sounded sounded a little bit like Noodles last night when I was watching his homeless stream a little bit when he was buzzing away like a little miniature chainsaw.
He was snoring.
Yeah, he was. It wasn't too loud. It was snoring though. He was definitely buzzing along. When there's disco light in the back seat, why would you put a disco light? It's like to say, "Here, Lisa, stop. Come on ahead, copper. Come on, give me a ticket of frequency while you're at it."
Jennifer J used to be on her show all the time, Gidgy. She left because Schmeckel and
Right.
and Yam Ranch and all that chased her away.
So, right, I don't know if Jennifer Chase can come back on.
Does she know that they're not here anymore?
No, but she's still in my Discord, though.
You should let her know.
Well, I have asked her, but she just doesn't want people making fun of the way she talks.
Well, I think the group, I don't know. I would say that they wouldn't, but there will be
No, I don't
trolls.
think this current group would. No. I watched Chrissy Mascara earlier for 5 minutes. Sorry, my cup of tea, but I wish him
It's
well.
like there's no hate towards those people, but I mean, some of them are very subpar. I don't find them very entertaining. I'm glad that they're following their dreams, but yeah, that's not content I look for.
Yeah, but you know what it is that's why a lot of these people come on YouTube because YouTube isn't exactly always.
Well, they're failed actors, and yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of like the shade. It's kind of like those Shakespearean actors basically couldn't get the big break in big city, and so going to small community theater to try to teach people how to be Shakespearean actors, right?
I never wanted to be an actor or anything like that.
Broadway, so they just go work in local community theater instead. That's still what they do. So they're like, "Well, I want to still act. I still want to be potentially part of a production."
She creeped you out, Red? I didn't even watch it, to be honest. It was just not appealing to me at all. Like I said, I don't have any hate towards that person or anything, but
yeah, I think Jennifer's nice. I like Jennifer. A lot of times she would really help us get the show going. She was like the one that would give the boulder an occasional push to get it off the ground. Which was good.
Well, Bubba J, have you heard anything from Bubba?
I haven't heard from Bubba.
Yeah, I miss Bubba. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He was kind of on the outside to begin with, so this was nothing.
You talking about Bubba Warbucks, right?
Oh yeah. Not Bubba J. Bubba J's a puppet. Yeah, Bubba Warbucks.
Oh, he actually reached out to me in my Patreon page a couple months ago
Did he?
around Christmas.
He's a good guy, Bubba.
Yeah, he is. I told him, I said, why don't you come and check out the morning show? We're still there. We're still doing the show. And he obviously knows where my Discord is. He knows where my Patreon is. And it's how he reached out to me was on Patreon.
Dabs.
So the question is Bubba actually going to consider renewing the membership? I don't
Was
know.
she saying Zimmerman or Cinnamon? That's what pissed her off.
Yeah, because she wasn't trying to be funny with this way
No,
she
I
said
know.
Zimmerman.
You know, and I understand the joke too, but sometimes people just don't know when to quit, you know?
Oh, by the way, one of the letters is I found on the hard drive earlier was called Lewis is an asshole. It was talking about Lewis McKim.
Who's that?
It's kind of funny. I was going to show it on screen, but I guess Mother God had better plans because I forgot to switch over to screen so everybody could see it. Maybe this was good. I don't think Mother God wanted you to show it to anyone. Probably.
His name was Bubba Warbucks. Gidgy. He used to come on the show years ago, a couple years.
Yeah, he was when
I was over here.
He was a broadcast engineer.
Yeah, he used to talk it up with Michele with the techie talk. He was an older gentleman. He was a nice guy.
Kind of like Planet Moose does. That he
yeah, but
would really get into the really deep, detailed stuff.
Bubba didn't come on sucking on a whatever Planet Moose sucks on to come up here.
Well, we had a difference of opinion on the Big C and and Big V and all that stuff, and that's why he left the show.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did have kind of a falling out a little bit, right? Was he against it or for it? He was for it.
He was for it.
Yeah. And I understand his side, and I get people, you know, of his caliber. I understand why they got
at that
it.
time, it was a very political thing, and
Yeah,
but now I wonder if, looking in hindsight, who was right? Who was the right? Those that don't support the V, or those that do?
well, the people that got it were definitely the victims of it. It should have never been pushed out.
I think it was rushed out too fast.
It should have never been. There's no way. Knowing, and anybody could Google this or do your own research, there is no way that they had a vaccine that fast. It is impossible unless they already knew about it.
All right.
It takes years to develop something like that.
Especially
takes
with
years just to develop the flu vaccine that we already have.
Remember, Trump was one who promoted warp speed.
I know.
So please, anybody who thinks that Trump wasn't aware of what was going on, he knew.
He knew. He did.
He was the president of the United States. Remember, he was having everyday conferences on his White House about this. Every day, they would talk about it in panels.
Yeah, I remember. All those people are corrupt. Not one of them are really. They're looking out for themselves, and fortunately, I guess you could say, Trump knows that he does have to take care of the people underneath him, because if he doesn't, who's going to make him all his money?
And if he doesn't keep up with what's going on, then no one's going to want to vote for him again. Period. That's the way it is.
Well, he's a businessman. He knows.
You know what? One person that really was putting a ring into everybody's nose was Fauci. I mean, I don't want to bring up the Big C thing and get demonetized for bringing up the Big C, but I'll just say this.
People talk about it all the time.
Fauci basically was playing us like a cheap instrument, and he knew it. After all, he was the one who were actually having his researchers eating dogs
That's
alive.
not true. I understand what you're saying. You say when safety is, it's
Yeah.
not that they have the base molecular type things for vaccines and stuff. But if this was a brand new thing, like they were trying to convince people of,
Moran, it's
like
stereo.
they're saying it came out of left field. They don't know where this came from, which everybody knows was a lie. And then all of a sudden they have a vaccine. People should have known right away. Like there's something up with this. No.
That's interesting that the Goodwill of Simsbury would probably have something like Moran's or Cambridge speakers or stuff. I don't know, because it's such a high class area. I'm surprised they even have a Goodwill. But if you want Moran's, why don't you go ahead and see if you can look also on the Goodwill online. They work with different Goodwills. Some of the better stuff goes on the online system because it's more likely people to willing to spend the money to buy it.
Check our tin hats at the door. I don't know what that means.
What
is check your tin hats at the door?
He said, would you and Krista consider going down to Simsbury, Connecticut, going to Simsbury Goodwill to look for Moran's, which is a high quality studio audio equipment manufacturer, see if anyone has donated any stereo gear from Moran's to the Goodwill of Simsbury.
Who asked that?
I don't know if Krista is necessarily going to want to drive all to Simsbury.
Oh, stand it.
Oh, maybe she might. And it said to Stan, we also could look online too, because Goodwill Corporation, and it is a corporation, is probably going to have the higher ticket stuff. It's going to probably be online. Strawberry Phil Collar isn't a scientist or a physician. No, but she does have some knowledge in the medical field. Okay, I'm not going to say she's a physician. She's not. She doesn't have a license. I don't either. I don't give medical advice. I give opinion, but I don't give medical advice. Okay. Stan says Gitchy, Simsbury, and Avon are rich enclave east to Winston. You could also include parts of Canton and Farmington and some parts of Granby into that too, but those are like sub-towns. Yeah, those are sub-towns to the two areas.
Yeah, Tarot Destroyer, my brother got blood clots and he's still recovering.
You talking about from the jab?
Yeah.
Johnson one was actually killing women on the same issue, blood clots.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with all the foreign mRNA or RNA that's in your body? I mean, that's just it. It's foreign RNA. Riboneucleic acid. Okay? You got this RNA being swimming in your bloodstream. Your body is going to be fighting it. Okay, I'm going to click over here and approve comment. Click approve. Okay. The jab is
I dabs.
right. I get it. Yeah, I see your point, Red. I don't disagree. It's something. They're still promoting this stupid thing even today.
They even say like you get kickbacks from your healthcare insurance or whatever, like for Medicare people. Oh, go get your shot. After what they did, how anybody can trust any healthcare professional or this insurance market that's running our world.
Yeah,
we need insurance for everything. Why?
I don't know. But you know what the thing is? It's really weird.
It's so
the fact is
expensive.
that the industry, insurance companies, particularly insurance companies, they're in it for the money. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what kind of insurance. It doesn't matter if it's vision insurance, dental insurance, health insurance, whatever. Homeowner
insurance is a racket.
Right. So in the case of health insurance, the doctors are told And this one reason why pharmaceutical big pharma has been allowed to now start selling the products over the air TV. Oh, there are people who want to know about certain drugs like they want to know about pop stars. Will this help you lose weight? Well, these once a day or injections will help you lose 20 pounds a single month. Talk to your doctor today about this jab, whatever it is, right? Oh, is your hair thinning? Oh, take some Propecia or Nabidart. Oh, in the case Propecia, is a problem with your prostate? Ask your doctor about Avodart to help you deal with prostate enlargement. And same thing with the dentists, right? Ask your doctor today about Invisalign to straighten out your crooked teeth. But gee, you know what? It'd be nice if I could actually afford to have gotten decent.
Michelle, did you see those new things they have? They're plastic veneers. All you do is order the kit. You take impressions, you send them in, and they send you back your own pair of choppers.
Yeah,
That just click in.
it's basically Invisalign from home.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not Invisalign. They're veneers.
I made homemade partials at all.
Yeah, Michelle, but why don't you look into those?
That
would probably be a lot cheaper.
Well, I'm still missing a couple teeth, so that's why I had to still make partials.
The teeth in. I'm telling you, they're like denture veneer thingies.
Yeah, and you can also get other third-party teeth products like turkey teeth. If you don't know what turkey teeth is, I'll tell you. Basically, you can go to Turkey and you can get veneers cheaper. We get into Turkey, the country of Turkey, to get turkey teeth. They're veneers, but they're made in Turkey. Okay. The thing is with dentistry in the United States, for a long time, people considered dentistry cosmetic. The sad truth is, American teeth are really, for most people who can't afford it, are worse than those people in the UK. They keep saying that people in the United Kingdom got bad teeth. Pop open the hood of both an American and a Brit mouth in the same economic bracket. You tell me who's got worse teeth.
I don't think it really matters. I think people should have dental hygiene and dental services for routine maintenance. It should be
that's what they get in the National Health Service.
It should be considered as a medical thing for people to keep their teeth. I don't care what anybody says and why it's gone on for this long. I mean, we pay out of pocket for all our healthcare insurance, right? Why isn't dental included in that?
That's just it. What I'm talking about. With National Health Service,
and then they don't even pay that much.
Does give you dental in your basic medical coverage.
Mm-hmm. If you changed your Medicare to Medicare Advantage, you'd get dental coverage. You know that, right?
I want D-SNP, which is basically a Medicare Advantage plan. Right.
What is it called?
Technically, plan classifications by Anthem. It's
a Blue Cross Blue Shield?
Medicare or something. It's a D-SNP plan.
D-SNP. That must be something different in Connecticut. We have HMO and PPOs here.
We have Anthem and United Healthcare. Stay away from United Healthcare. They're garbage.
I have United Healthcare. I love them.
Yeah.
It's probably different from state to state, to be
honest.
Because here in Michigan, United Healthcare is a good one. It's right up there with Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I would say teeth are a must for everybody. What good is having, if you can't chew your food? What are you going to do? Drink everything?
Shut up, miss. Michelle. Okay, so my dental thing, right? This is why I'm gonna look into it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I had an infection in my jaw.
Yeah, I remember that.
From a tooth, from a filling that a dentist gave me that popped up and went up inside, and caused an abscess. So I call the dentist. They can't get me in because they don't have dental insurance. And of course, I don't have money, whatever. Then I called my medical insurance and said, hey, I have an infection in my face caused by a tooth. They won't touch it because it's a dental procedure. So they were letting me die. Nobody wanted to touch it. Half my face could have rotted away and I could have had no coverage. So what did I do? I got a job.
Right.
I have to work, otherwise I'm going to die.
Yeah, so you had no choice. You had to get a job because you had to get your abscess fixed so you could
Yeah.
be able to smile more to your customers and say have a nice day. When
Our
deep down you might
government,
grab a baseball bat and beat them over the skull.
our government, this world, this country gives two shits about people like us.
Oh no, this
And I'm
country
so
doesn't give
tired
you
of
two shits about
people
the poor.
not seeing that and putting their trust in these people.
Oh no, this country doesn't give a shit two shits about anybody, especially if you're below a certain income bracket. That's what I'm saying. Is if you go to the United Kingdom, you get National Health Service. It's part of every basic plan. Is you get basic dental care. Now, basic dental care does not mean that we're necessarily going to give you the best care. We're not going to give you implants. We're not going to give you crowns. We might give you a partial, but we're not going to give you the top notch, top things. We're not going to give you gold bling. We're not going to give you veneers. So we'll at least make sure you can keep your teeth clean and make sure that you'll be able to eat a meal and you'll be able to at least smile with some dignity in your life. It wasn't until I made fake teeth and I could even do that. How many times on my show have you come out and go like, Michelle looks like a pirate with teeth missing? Not anymore. But that was from a $20 kit that I bought on eBay. Because the regular dentist was going to charge me an arm and a leg. But now her health clinic does dentistry too, and it sounds like since she has got dental on her plan, she can get some care. Yes. The question is how much care? Well. I think we're going to have to rip all those choppers out. I just wanted to have you fill in the missing teeth.
No, the antibiotic I've been on. I'm on antibiotics now too. No, I needed it to drain, VW.
Right.
If you're talking to me, I couldn't get it to drain because it was up in my sinus like it was in my face. As of right now, because I've had the work done, and when she opened it up, all the blood that came out from being in my face, I'm on steroids, I'm on antibiotic again, and my face is still puffy. It was a bad infection. I could have died. They don't care.
Oh, I take those teeth every time I brush them every night. So
the dentist said it was very close to it could have went into my brain. That's how bad it was because there was so much pressure.
That's scary. No one wants to get into your brain.
I would have been dead.
Something like that. That's worse than hydrocephalus in the brain. It's the same thing as water in the brain. Not good. Not good. BW64D said the key of that infection was to go to urgent care and sit there. They will at least give antibiotics to clear infection.
No, I got antibiotics. It wasn't that. It was I'm so disgusted with me. I'm pretty with it, right? But I feel the frustration of like the elderly and the slower the not as like smart as like someone like me. I'm not saying that I'm like the smartest person, but like people that have a hard time understanding all this insurance and medical garbage.
It is complicated.
Right. So I feel for these people because what do? What the fuck do? You have no money for something. This person won't help you. That person won't help you. They tell you to go over here. You go over there. They won't help you. What do you do?
Virgo, that was one of the stories that would happen to a young man that had an injury. He died of his injury because he didn't have medical insurance.
Yeah.
The hospital wouldn't even emergency room.
And I'm telling you, you roll up into an emergency room nowadays, and I'm talking just at least my area, my state. They treat and they street. You go in for a surgery, a back surgery with complications. They want you out of that hospital within a fucking day.
Right.
There's no, like, you are not waiting around. They don't care. You're
Right.
in pain, you're leaving. You know, they'll send you on with a script for a little while, and you know, and that's why you get a lot of people that, you know,
That's
they turn
exactly
into
what happened
drug
to me.
addicts because
That's
of the
exactly what
pain.
happened to me. I didn't care about me. It just left me in the damn hallway.
Yeah, well, it's not just you, Michelle. It's everybody. You know, that
Oh,
you
I
get the
know.
same
That's why I
treatment.
wasn't particularly pissed off about
And
it.
that
But
started with
I wasn't happy
Obamacare.
either. It all started with Obamacare, and it all started with the fact that when hospitals started becoming corporations, and they started basically realizing
Well,
now they
that's true.
can be
It
a
did start
for-profit
before him.
organization.
I think he just sealed it with his fucking insurance for all bullshit. Like I wish everybody, right? I think that we should have free clinics open, you know,
And
for
then they sent me
people.
referral to an orthopedic, and he wanted me to pay $110 just to sit in this waiting room. I said, "Are you kidding me?" I already can tell from listening to
I've seen
music
him
just
now.
exactly what kind of
I've
doctor he
witnessed
was.
it.
He had this highbrow chamber music, you know. And then, okay, I finally got on to the reception. She said, "Yeah, it's going to cost $110 to come in here." What? Just to come into
They
your
did
waiting room?
that. They gave me right before, and then when I went in, it had helped a little bit, but there was still so much because she's like, there's not really any pus. She said, but it's bleeding like super bad. She said, so all that pressure, you know, is coming off of there. So the antibiotics probably helped it, but it would have probably just grew, you know, right back if they didn't drain it. I'm just glad it's done.
So you finally got to the dentist. The dentist fixed it. When
I
you
used up all my dental insurance, and plus I had to pay an additional grand just for one fucking tooth, man.
exactly dentistry,
It
is
was like
ridiculous.
a $4,000 day, I think.
You know, if you were in the UK, even though there might be a slight waiting line, you probably would have been given priority, and they probably would have fixed it the same day.
No, I don't think so, Michelle. Because even though I couldn't like chew on that side, because I just couldn't use that side of my face, but
Well, I mean, they
it
would have
wasn't really
gone
causing
through.
anything physically distressing, if you know what
They
I mean.
definitely would have gone through and did some diagnostics to find out what it was before they say, "You're fine, go home." Everybody probably said,
No,
"No, let's
I
get
knew what it was,
some,
though. I had X-rays. Everybody knew what it was. It was a filling that cracked through the bottom of the tooth because it was a deep filling
right,
and pushed up in and caused an abscess that got infected. Because what had happened was it was an abscess, and because it couldn't drain because the filling was stopping it, that's why I got the infection.
right."
But you would think the dentist who did that, because I called that dentist. I said, "Look, I know you said that, you know, this could happen." I said, "It has happened and now I have pain." They would not see me.
Well, here's my question. I'm wondering is why does America think our medical care is so good if the people are not getting the care they need? I mean, you would think for a country that is as rich as ours, you would think that we would have had provided a good healthcare program that would make sure that everybody had basic needs. But I guess it's just like everything else. The only time you're going to get anything is if you start there screaming and preaching from the
Oh,
high
I've seen that
rooftop.
one Nads, the one where she was saying she couldn't breathe and they were just kind of like not even listening to her.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's disgusting, though. I mean, the
People,
fact
I
is,
mean, but that's not that's you see that everywhere, man. Everywhere. Nobody. Like there's nobody wants to help anybody. Nobody trusts anybody, and you can't blame them because of what's happened.
right, exactly. You can't blame them. Because unfortunately, even some of the doctors, even the real genuine doctors that truly are concerned, they're being coerced by insurance companies to push other products. You know,
Well, they work for if you want to work in the medical field now, it is all politics. You know what I mean? Like the big
right,
way, you know, like the hospitals and stuff. It's all politics there. So if you don't fall in line, then you won't have a job. And there's not private hospitals and you know anything that are that easy to get into. They've shut down all the, like the psych wards or the mental institutions, or they've shut all those down. They've shut all the clinics down.
Well, there's some private mental wards, and the problem is most people can't afford to go there.
Yeah, but they're not looking to hire. You know what I mean? Like they're not like super big, so that it's not like they're looking to hire people. So
Right.
if you're in the medical field, you have to get behind the politics of the medical world, and it sucks, man. Because like I got into it because I like people. I like to take care of people. I don't want to do all the paper. Like if somebody needs an X-ray, I don't think they should have to go through insurance. It should be okay. You broke your leg. You're getting, why are they paying for this? This should be something that's naturally done for an American citizen.
You would think that the least basic diagnostics would be part of every single patient coming in, at least an X-ray, and maybe even more advanced ones like MRI, maybe a PET scan, CAT scan,
No, but
depending on
see,
the
that's the
situation.
thing, Michelle. All these tests are not needed either. Like when did we become such a
Oh yeah, you know how
proactive,
expensive
like
an MRI is? Oh
it's
my
a
god.
gimmick, guys, and this comes from somebody who's in the field. You don't need all that fucking testing done. That's if you
I know that
listen to your
YouTube is
body.
getting a little bit anxious. That's why they went from green to yellow, back to green, and now they're back to yellow again because they don't know what side I'm on. Listen, YouTube. Listen to me carefully, okay? I don't know what you've been smoking for the last few years in your YouTube functions. That the truth is, the real world is not, oh, you know, beautiful flowers changing from boys to girls, girls to boys, everybody basically using the same bathroom. It's the real world is hard and cold and sterile and mean with sharp pointy objects. Stop trying to be punitive to people that are just trying to cover the real world. They're trying to bring people awareness to things that are wrong with the system. We're not your enemy. Please stop treating us as like one. We haven't done anything to you, YouTube. We love you for what you are, but we ask you to respect us too. I mean, like I said, this is just an example of something that has not being dealt with. It is not being dealt with in American medicine. It's not will not be dealt with in American medicine because as long as insurance companies are calling the shots, medical care is more about how much is that going to cost me. How much is this going to cost their plan givers? How much is it going to cost their stockholders? Basic medical care, which is not Cadillac medical care, which let's understand the difference here. Basic medical care is making sure that the patient at least gets some basic needs to at least live a fairly normal life. Not sitting like a bunch of cordwood in a waiting room, waiting to see a doctor just to say, "Yeah, fine, go take a pill and come back in about 2 weeks." I couldn't even walk to the bathroom for a while. I mean, I couldn't even get up. Do you realize how aggravating that is to imagine that you are being told by a doctor that you're fine, go home when you couldn't even physically get off the gurney? Now you tell me that makes any sense. Well, guys, we're going to bed. Okay, Moose. Thank you for being on here today on the show. I appreciate you being here. Please
Finally.
also help promote the channel, let other people know about the show too, because we would like to continue to get more people to join us. And also, maybe you might want to consider joining our Discord. Ladies and Leah, we would love to have you come back in the Discord. All the crazies are
I
gone.
told
So,
you no, Michelle. I will not go back in the Discord. I got a new phone. They are not hacking my shit. Sorry, I'm not taking any chances.
well,
I won't join public Discords.
you can always use the old Discord. You can use your old phone too.
No, I don't have it anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's with it's with the proper people.
Uh, well, it's with the proper people. Well, you know the proper people in my Discord, the women's group, are still there. Tired Katie, me, Gitchy,
Yeah.
Boner with Boner, Noodles, Let's see who else we have. Got quite a few people. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have anything to contribute, Michelle. I'm barely around. I just don't see any point in being in any of that right now. I mean, if people need to get a hold of me, there's ways to get a hold of me.
By the way, what do you think of the Silver Moon Radio Show? I know you do listen to it once in a while.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I usually I try to tune in every Sunday. I think I missed 2 Sundays, but I was
You know,
listening.
did you realize the replays are also available on Patreon, so you can actually
Yeah.
catch up?
But it's all music I've heard before, Michelle.
Gemini Gem, right? Human Body, yep. I forgot a few people in a hurry, but there's 10 of them in the
Yeah,
internet group.
Discord
Um,
for adults.
and we're going to try to get some more new records too eventually. Right now, I'm trying to pay off my credit cards, so that's the reason why we've been going crazy buying vinyls right now.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing too, and it's like nobody talks in there.
Well, that's good.
Everybody's just
Actually,
in there, like
we type
existing.
in text. We type in
Huh?
text because we all want to listen to the music. You'll
No,
see.
I'm talking in your Discord. Sorry, I jumped
Oh,
off.
my Discord, they
Yeah.
talk too, but they're not a lot of talkers, but we do talk. They are talking more in their Discord now. We're starting to get more people being willing to talk more. It's taking a while, but we're getting people. You know, it's funny though, when Michelle sings on her Discord, on Silver Moon Radio, everybody leaves. I mean, it's
The
not
Bush
that she
people
doesn't
got
try.
Brian Household.
Brian K is around somewhere. Brian PC is in my Discord.
Brian PC joined my panel one time a while ago, and I haven't seen him since.
Yeah, I haven't
wonder
seen
if
for
I
recently.
scared him away. I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch that panel.
He was here last week.
Yeah, you might be busy, Red.
I think Saturday he was here last Saturday. Not the one we just had, the Saturday before that one.
Brian PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He was kind of
He's
funny
a nice
because
guy.
it was like when I was throwing a wrench. I'm like, "Look, I can't mod you because I don't know who you are. And he's like, you don't know who I am? I'll show you who I am. And he joined my panel. It was funny.
Yeah.
Who's Shane?
Who knows what Brian K's up to? I'm sure he's busy doing something. It was going to help Michelle release her album, her singing, and that kind of never got
Who's
released.
Shane, Tiger?
But I still have the video concert, though. We could always make a DVD of that.
That's what I mean. Like, people get bored. Michelle will collect some new people, and they stick around for a little bit, and then it gets boring because it becomes, where your show is all about promoting. You can only see that so much. That makes sense.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when people start coming and going, it's kind of like coming chameleon by Boy George, right? They come and go. They come and go. Some come and they stay. So,
Yeah,
but others may come and go. Others come and stay. So, and then they talk.
Michelle, come on. Oh, come on.
What's
I know
that?
you're smart. I know you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And Scene 361 is a new one.
Grizz, get off of it. Well, then, Steven has been a friend of mine for a long time, and I'm sorry if he annoys you guys. I mean, he can be a little annoying, but I'm not like that with my friends. Like, he's been pretty solid with me. He's always been nice to me. I can't
think it would
be
be
like,
interesting
no,
to see if Steven St. Peter and Planet
if I was,
Beast
I'd be
and
just
me
like
were to
you
get
all of
together and get into a detailed discussion. Well, everybody would be leaving the chat like a rat's leaving a sinking, burning ship. I think some people probably would stick around just to hear how the conversation is going. Because I think a lot of people would find it kind of interesting when you get three kind of similar-minded people sitting in panel going, and talking about things that they don't understand. Yeah. Brian Kay escaped South Africa in a sailboat bound for Tahiti, 2,300 nautical miles away. It'll be offline for a while.
Night, Jojo.
Well, it's kind of like we talked about something earlier. When we'll just real quickly bring this up here. This morning we did talk about the fact that we are not coming back to Earth after this life. Maybe that's one of the reasons why God is rushing everybody to come in, or Jesus to come in early, because He wants me to see the big finale.
God
And
damn, I hope I don't die anytime soon, because the people that would, if there's a thing as reincarnation or anything like that, or I came back and I had to have one of these new age kids as my parents, I would kill myself in the womb.
yeah, but
I
you
could
know what?
not handle that.
Remember, for many will fall away. It says this. It says, for many will fall away from the truth. And that's exactly why God would have to come now. Because God would have to say, I told you it was coming. You didn't believe me.
He did say that,
He
right?
did say that. He said, I'm coming when I find the time is ready.
Yeah. So what do
Jesus
you think?
himself said, I do not know when we're coming back. Only my Father in heaven knows when I'm coming back.
I think I got
So,
stabbed. Owie.
and we've all had all these date setters before. Oh, this is a major event. This 2012, December 21st. What happened? Nothing.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
thought
So
to be something
you
different.
watch
It
Slingshot
wasn't what.
Warrior for his advice, right, guys? Like that's what I mean. Like Steven, like you know who he is. That's how you appreciate him.
Oh, yeah. Slingshot Warrior would be another
He,
great guy
he's
to get on
he's
the
a
panel with him and
character
everybody.
who likes solar but he's a
Maybe
he's
we
a
should
good
have
guy.
it. Maybe we should have a brain. Maybe we should have a show about all the brain trusts. Slingshot Warrior, Michelle Marie, Johnny Lumi, and Finistra, Blazing Leo, Steven St. Peter, Planet Moose. I mean, I don't know how much money it would make, but that would certainly be an interesting show. Getting all the brain trusts kind of all together in their fields, talking about stuff. Well, it's too bad that we don't have any way of easily channeling Carmen Miranda. Oh, I do. Yeah, you channeled Satan, so yeah, you can channel Carmen. She's not Satan though. No, she's a lot better than Satan. She's a lot more friendly, but she's definitely an Aquarius with basically a very, very a lot of sex appeal, very amorous. Oh my God!
What the hell are you talking about, Michelle?
Never mind. You'll know one day. watch Lumi's birthday show on her channel. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, I had the worst. I can't even talk about it because it put me into such a dark place about thinking about what happens to us after we leave this world.
Well, I'll tell you what's gonna happen to me after I leave this world. We're gonna be celebrating because that means that we have got our diploma, we have got our graduate degree. We don't have to stay here. That's what it means. And we're planning to go to Silver Moon, and that's our goal.
But how do you know, Michelle? Like the only one who
How
knows,
do you
right?
not
If you're
know?
a Christian, the
Because
only
if
one
you
who
listen
knows
to all those
everything is
NDEs,
God.
NDEs, you know about it because they tell you about it. Many, many testimonies have saying the same thing that there's life after this life. You don't have to feel like it's
Yeah, but
over.
how do we know, right? Like, how do we know? No, like
Well,
I'm
let's put it
really
this way.
struggling here.
Let's put it this way, Leo. If there's nothing after this, you're not going to need to worry about it anyway. How about that for an answer? Okay, if there is something after this and you lived a good, just life, then you'll be celebrating. Okay, so
Well, here's the thing, though. We live this life because we were taught, most of us, not all of us, we were taught that how you act in this life determines your everlasting life. You know, when you die and you go to
yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So if
Especially
there is
under the Protestant,
nothing,
especially under the Lutheran predestination concept, also taught by mainly taught by John Calvin. The
Okay, so I
predestination.
mean, if there's nothing, then what's the fucking point?
Well, let's put it this way: if there's truly nothing, then we're all gonna be disappointed. But we won't realize we'll be disappointed because we won't have any consciousness to realize we're disappointed.
I think we're just like bacteria on the world, and once we die off, we reabsorb and.
Yeah, but you know what? Ever wonder one thing? Where does the energy of the bacteria come from?
I don't know
After
the
all, energy
planet. I
can be
think we're
created
all.
nor
I'm almost
destroyed.
leaning more towards we are a product of this planet. Yeah, and I hear the testimonials of all this bullshit, right? I have never witnessed anything substantial enough to say, yeah, I believe it. I'm so skeptical of it.
Well, like I said, we'll see when the time comes when we cash in our chips.
Or we won't. Like, I mean, maybe there's nothing, right? When you die, and there's, I've had so much death in my life that maybe I just never sat and really thought about it. We tell ourselves that, yeah, you die,
No,
you go to a good place. If you're a good
let's
person.
put it this
But we
way.
don't
I
know.
think it was who was it that came up with the kind hypothesis now? Oh, I know you guys talking about. He was talking about John Dawkins. He was saying this. Well, actually, it was a pastor that said, but something similar to another atheist guy. He says, "This is a pastor saying this, a priest." He says, "Well, he said, if God does not exist, then I'm going to be mighty disappointed. If God does exist, and indeed I do have an afterlife, then I would be very ecstatically excited, but I think you would be the one that would be kind of scared." So who's right? I don't know. You tell me. The only thing is I believe that there's something after this life. I can't explain why I believe that. Just like
I honestly lean more towards that because, like, who wouldn't want that, right? Who wouldn't want to go into
thinking about this,
go
I
into
think I can
a
give you an example.
everlasting,
For
reunion
example,
with
when you
family?
die, or when something is, let's just say kitchen food waste, okay? You have a compost pile, right? Some people do compost piles. Take all the kitchen scraps of food, turn it into compost. They use it as soil, a fertilizer in the garden. And from that fertilizer, they grew new plants, new vegetables for the kitchen, right? So, in essence, the soil is being reused into making new life. The nutrients of the compost that they had from the kitchen leftovers is producing new food for you to eat. And then its scraps will be turned into compost and it will feed the next generation of garden food.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, that's what I think we are. I think I think we're just potentially garden food.
You could say that, but what happens to your soul? And your soul is energy.
Do we have a soul?
Yes, we have a soul. Just as your cat has a soul.
Do we? Because I sat there and watched my cat die and nothing magical happened. Just the absence of her breath, and her aliveness was there.
I had a
It was
puppy die in
nothing.
my arm from a heart attack in the vet's office. Let me
I've
tell you
watched
something.
people die right in front of me.
Right.
Never seen
I saw
nothing.
her go through the tunnel. I saw my cat go through the tunnel. And she had her tail
Yeah,
in the
but
air.
why you
Back
and
to
not
me and to
me?
say in her own kitty way is, Michelle, I'll be waiting for you when you come here. So I saw my cat go through the tunnel. And that was one instance that was very sad, but in another sense I was relieved to know that I was my cat again. So yes. And I've seen people go through the tunnel too. And I mean,
I've never seen. Has anybody out in the audience seen it? Have you ever seen anything that like my mom was a believer, right? She seen ghost. She had like she could see into the future at times, stuff like that. So she was a big believer in this. Like she knew, but like I never seen
I
anything.
mean, for some people, it may be hard to understand because some people are just attuned to it and others are not. I have empathy for those who don't have the ability to be tuned into it, or a lot of times they're told it's all nonsense and they're told it doesn't exist. So some people have basically told them that what they instinctually knew is nonsense, and so they're told to ignore it. That would be like being told to ignore an alarm or something on a panel, saying, the alarm's broken. Don't worry about that check engine light. You know, but
You see,
the truth
nobody's saying
is, it's still
like
glowing balefully red and telling you something's wrong, and yet, or whatever, and you're just ignoring it.
yeah. But so what I'm really just
And one
getting
day your
at is
transmission
that
falls out of your car.
nobody knows
Otherwise,
anything. We just know what we were taught, right? We've been being fed bullshit all our lives, right? There's a Santa Claus. Oh, there's not a Santa Claus. There's an Easter Bunny. No, there's not an Easter Bunny. There's a God. No, there's not a God. How nobody has any substantial proof about anything.
well, I can just go as based on what I've studied in the NDEs and OBEs and what Edgar Casey said.
Yeah, but these are just men, Michelle. These are just men. And if you actually look up the word, I was researching this the other day. When science.
Uh-huh.
Science is it's in a hypothesis or a theory based off of facts. That does not mean
Right.
that
What's
scientists are right.
what is the
So
scientific
when you
method?
tell me, oh, this man said this or this woman said that, they're just people. They're not know-alls. So like why are we trusting people we don't know for
Right.
one?
Well, let's talk about the scientific method for a minute. Because after all, it was something that came into existence in the 1850s. The scientific method, right? Oh, we can empirically come up with a hypothesis and test this hypothesis and see if this comes to be true or false, right? So you have a hypothesis, you test it, see if it's consistent, right? And that works out fine for things like chemistry and physics. But when you start talking about medicine, it goes right out the window. From a sample one, you got to do a sample of 100 to 1,000 people to see if something is true. What about the people that the hypothesis totally falls flat on?
Medicine is a gimmick, Michelle. It's a fucking gimmick. You know all those blood pressure meds they have out there?
I was
It's
a psych.
all the basic
I
components
went from
of
computer
like
programming
one
to a psych
formula.
major. I know all about the medical side of things.
Different companies trying to make fucking money off of people.
Yeah,
For you, you want to survive here? Give me $800 for this prescription. Fuck you, pharmaceuticals.
that's the modern medicine. But you're right. Back even
But
in
we
the
do,
1960s,
it because we're
scientists were doing the
shoveled
same thing,
shit.
right? Scientists are doing the same thing, saying, "Oh, I got this wonderful product that's going to help you with the problem, even though it's made out of opiates and basically is maybe made out of some strange back alley chemist that's supposed to help you with your rheumatoid arthritis, whatever." You know, in the United States and also in the UK, that the medical reform acts that were done to with the equipment of the Food and Drug Administration in the United States to get rid of the so-called snake oil, which they just replaced the snake oil with something more high-tech snake oil. You still got your corner Burke are selling it, except now they're advertising on television and mass media. Take this pill, take that potion, drink this pill, or take this jab, take that jab. It's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
a medical sideshow.
they need to crack down on these news agencies and tell them no more. No, there's no fucking way that you're able to report politics anymore or anything like that because you guys they're feeding people false information for one.
And now they're saying, talk to your doctor about this, talk to your doctor about that. And then, of course, the recording can be the side effects and the listing there. And they go through them real quick. This may cause death, stroke, weight gain,
Yeah, everything does.
memory, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait. It sounds like your side effects are worse than the thing it's supposed to treat. Well, I'm not going to do that. What am I going to use that product for? I already got a weight issue. I don't need to get fatter. Now, if you were to say side effects include losing significant weight, I'll be ready to the doctor right away. Hey, give me that pill. I can lose a lot of weight. It's a side effect. I want that. You know, but it's like all the side effects that we talk about are bad ones, right? Never says like may increase your sexual appetite. Ooh, I could use some of that, but well,
There's a
that's
pill for that. Maybe that's my problem.
right. But what I'm saying is that it's like you said, it's a business. But that's not the way
It's so
doctors
bad
really
too.
work.
I'm about ready to drive my car into my car insurance's company. I swear to fucking God, I am. They've been ripping me off for years, and I caught them on it, right? And they still keep doing it.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed.
If you got a good, clean driving record, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get an insurance company based on your driving history that's going to have a lower rate.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
would think, right? But no, they go off of your credit here. Like, oh, because your ex-husband fucked up your credit, you've got to pay extra car insurance.
that's stupid. What is that going to do
I'm
with your
about ready to buy a
driving
bike.
history?
Not even shitting you. Like, I don't care.
That has nothing to do with your driving reputation. That if it was something about your car or your husband messed up your car, well, yeah, maybe. But it was
In here, Michelle, if in the part of Michigan, like I said, I cannot speak for all of Michigan. They are making this, and they want us out of here, and I think they want to make this like a weed farming area.
maybe.
The rent is going up so fucking high. Everything is so expensive for
Oh
people,
yeah, I know.
in my tax bracket. Like
And
I
that's
I've
and that's
had to get a job and sell plasma to make ends meet just to live day to day.
oh yeah, you don't forget marijuana is the big business right now. It's big pharma's getting involved in it. And then it
Mhm.
is.
I know.
It
I
states
think they want everyone
legalize
to
it
go to
left and
that
right.
instead of drinking, which I think is because you notice the liquor stores are kind of drying up, right?
Yeah.
That where our liquor stores are closing up here, but all those fucking weed places are going up. It's almost like a Walgreens. Everywhere you look, there's a goddamn weed dispensary.
Right. Well, you know what some states do is you can actually get a dual license.
Right,
You can
Dibs?
be a liquor store and a weed shop.
You know how I cured my depression? Had nothing to do with pills. Nothing to do
To
with
do.
it. Had you got to train your mind to think about like I'm a very accomplished person. I've done a lot in my life, Michelle. And
Oh yeah.
when
So
I went into this like depression from being in an abusive relationship, my health took a turn. I only always thought about everything that was bad in my life. I don't think like that anymore. And it's really changed. I'm not depressed. I mean, I get everybody gets depressed, but I'm not in that spot
well, you know what's
where
funny
I
though?
feel hopeless anymore.
There's me and Lummy were looking at my studio now versus when we started, and Lummy said to me is, "Girl, do you realize how much
And
more
it wasn't
you
no fucking
you have
pill.
gotten better in as far as equipment and production quality and performance? And you went from having a cell phone taped to a tripod with duct tape to having the equipment you got now in a period of 12 years, 13 years. You went from having like
Tiger, there was a
5
day one day I would
subscribers
have
to
been like,
having
I agree. But the fact that I'm out in the real world now and I see all the people who are on it and how fucking stupid they are and how they don't think that what they do when they're high at work doesn't affect other people and cause whatever, like the job to not, like, they don't see it. I see it because I'm
a
not
lot of
high at work.
narcissists out there too.
Huh?
Particularly the age group called alpha kids are
Yeah,
so
the
narcissistic.
destruction of the where we're gonna have to start over. Yeah.
It has to start over.
Yeah, Alpha will. Yeah, Alpha is the aggressive, stupid people. Those are the ones that are going to destroy us, tear us
Yes,
down,
I
so
am.
that we can build
We
up
are doing
humans.
better than ever. Come on, let's
That's
go
well,
back and
it's been
look at the
proven through history
studio.
that
Come
that's what
back
happens.
and look at the studio. That's what I'm saying to everybody. Go back to the early videos.
What the
You can
fuck does that
still
have to do
access
with
them. Go to
Alpha?
the 2011
Oh my god,
playlist.
we've lost her.
You tell me. Look at what we started out with to what we have now. And we weren't doing live streams then, but we were doing videos. And those 2011 streams were or videos were so basic and
Well,
so
your shows now, Michelle, are so much better because you have a variety now. People can come in and
right.
they're not like harassed or chased away. It's not to the point where it's unbearable. Like if people don't get along, I think they finally got the message that this is not the place to bring it. Right? If you
Exactly.
cannot act
Like
like
I
an
said, and the
adult,
audience
then,
also
then fuck
appreciates
off.
the variety too. I mean, there was so many people at one time had a misunderstanding what this channel was, and they thought it was something it isn't.
No. It wasn't that it was a misunderstanding. People understood what you wanted, Michelle. That's why you had so many that stepped up and tried to help you.
Right.
But you need it, and I'm gonna give Tiger a lot of credit because she stuck by you, even though
Yes, Tiger
we
stuck
know
by
what had
me.
happened.
So Gidgy stuck
Like
by me. You stuck by me too.
honestly, without her there, I don't think it would have been. It would not be at the place where it's at.
Noodle stuck by me. And I'm
Noodles
gonna give
did,
you
but you
credit
kept
for
kicking them
being there
out.
too. You were there too.
Yeah, but I left, Michelle. I couldn't take it anymore, and a lot.
You
Some
needed
of it
a
had to
break
do with
because
you,
those
but I didn't
people
want to
were
deal with those people
because
anymore.
the people that you were fighting against were just wearing you down, and I
No,
understand
and
that.
that I wasn't fighting against anybody, Michelle. I was trying to get away. Those people are. There's something wrong with people like that.
Right.
People are like, "Oh, it was a back and forth thing." No, it wasn't. It was all a one-sided thing on their part. I wanted nothing to do with that. Once my bank account got hacked, I wanted nothing to do with any of them. None of them. I know what happened. They know what happened.
And
Schmeckle knows what fucking
Remember
happened.
this. We
Fuck him
this is
forever.
a public panel link. Now think about this. How long was it we hit before we went back to doing these for the public panel links? It took quite a while. It took quite a long time to get back enough confidence to take a shot in the dark and say, let's try this. And I think that's benefited everybody at large. Well, guys, it's 10:20.
Yeah.
We have 10 people on right now. I think people want to get ready to get some sleep because got things to do in the morning. And Lumi, to answer your question about making some hamburger patties, it's a possibility. I
Yeah.
would say if you do that,
Lumi,
make
cut down
them
on your
double cheeseburger.
snacking and stop it. Michelle needs to start working on her summer body.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working my summer body.
So tell Lumi to
As
stop
soon as the thermostat
But,
stays
all right, I'm gonna leave. You
to
can take
about
it. Good night, Michelle.
as
Good
long
night,
as the
Lumi.
thermostat starts getting consistent about 10 to 16 degrees Celsius, Michelle will probably be more likely to be outside more. Yes, that's key. Nobody wants to be outside when it's freezing, raining, cold, and like I said before, I'm the kind of person that only goes out if I have some reason to go out. I don't just go out just for the sake of going out. That's one of the reasons why the soup kitchen was so vital because I used to eat there. That was my main source of food. But then when the soup kitchen closed, well, guess what? I didn't have a reason to go out as much, except go to McDonald's. And let's be honest, Michelle, let's go to McDonald's tomorrow for lunch because you know what? I'm absolutely sick of cereal. Okay, I guess we could do that. You got the money. You got the $334 in the bank. I think you can afford to go to McDonald's once in a while. That's true. All right, everybody. As far as the green dollar sign, yellow dollar sign, purple dollar sign, red dollar sign, whatever. Yes, we did get into some hot topics. But I'm got a feeling more than likely tomorrow we will have our green dollar sign back on the stream, so don't worry about it. It happens. Yeah, but we got good content, and that's what matters, too. So for now, everybody, go get some sleep. I don't know what time it is wherever you are, but go get some sleep. Go eat, whatever. Take a shower, whatever you have to do. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Anybody get blessings here? Stay out of trouble and have a nice day, and don't do anything stupid. Amen. I agree with that. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.